It's making a uneven.
That thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
That
wouldn't
and
call that
usually,
very nice.
Also, the person that normally runs away ran into the action.
yeah,
Which
not
every
just like any normal runaway. Like it was like, he just, oh, huh? That was not Jackal-like.
Yeah.
All right, well, we can
Like-
have this conversation in character.
Yeah.
All right, well, I hope everybody is ready for episode 51 of Drake's Salvation. In the climactic 50th episode, the party finally made their way through the ends of the first mine of Moradin and confronted the ritualistic circle that was binding Big Green to do their bidding. With a incredibly lucky first round, Big Green was able to break the binds and aid the party in this final battle, with Rowan taking a major hit and the rest of the party fairly pretty much the same way as always in combat. Elric nearly dead, and everybody else seemingly fine. We will step back into the shoes of the Drakettes.
That's a lot of blood. I hope the door is okay on the outside, though.
Hmm.
Is it over?
It seems like it at least. Do I know what Big Green's doing right now? She was
Big
sometimes
Green
just moving
seems
away.
seemingly going to the altar.
Should we? It's been too long. Should we follow it or just let it go?
Jackal's picking his teeth a little bit.
I don't
mean,
see
that's up to
anything.
you.
Oh my god.
I mean, we got what we came for and did what we wanted or needed to do, right?
Alex.
Right.
Oh. Wait, he's not big anymore. What the hell?
I know I'm gonna regret this.
What are these dots? Was this spelled or something?
Oh.
I think those were somebody accidentally drawing, maybe you or me.
I'm
You were
gonna
doing the one
delete
shot
them.
on accident?
Yeah. No, the one shot
Gee.
didn't happen in this room.
Okay.
Let's see, as you step into the light, you begin to hear the slight sounds of, well, forging. And as you
Jackal will step
spend
back.
6 seconds in the light, you feel a little better.
Hmm.
Does it sound like the forging of weapons or anything in particular?
Sounds like a metal hammer hitting metal.
Okay. Listen, bitch. There are specific tings from different sheets of metal. Fuck off. Oh God. It's just the sound, right? There's nothing else really accompanying it outside of the glow and the sound.
Nope, but as you stand in the light for just about 6 seconds, you can give yourself 12 HP.
It's like half my HP bar. Jackal, that's like a drop in the bucket.
Why do I feel like I should be talking to a god or something?
I guess Elder can say in Dorvish. Oridin, are you there?
There's no reply.
Uh, doesn't seem like anything from what I can tell. There's no like actual physical forge around, just a sound emanating from it.
This is a forge. I mean, as you could tell, this is where they would place the metal and put it in the fire. But
Okay.
there's no anvil or anything of the such around.
Right, I don't know that. Okay. Do you think we should check the other routes, or
We got everything we came for, and Big Green seems to be contained, or not contained, wrong word. Seems to be at ease. So, if anything, what we should do next is hope to God that we can try to talk to the council about the danger of the mines, especially with everything that happened here.
I know, I just
Still,
worry others, you know?
so is Big Green a ooze, or is he a god or something? I don't know. Seems like you guys have all these different opinions, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking at.
Maybe in a, what is the word? An avatar, or something of a god, or a familiar. From what it seems, at least.
Right. Jackal kind of moves over, looks over to Zephyr. Zev, you can talk to nature stuff, right? Maybe, I don't know, pick its mind or ask what's going on.
I can speak to animals and plants. That's the
I'm
whole.
guessing-
That's all the. I don't know about ooze. I think I can be an. I think I can be one. I don't know if that's gonna work out though.
I'm gonna observe what is Big Green doing, or Small Green now.
Medium-sized green.
Green is, I mean, kind of doing what he's doing. You don't really see anything that's going on.
Is there anything like behind this giant, basically smelter, or is it just like line the whole wall?
On on the wall behind, you see a depiction of a large, obviously dwarven fist carving its hand through a mountain to hollow it out to create Ogret Cause. That got super loud.
The
I think it's coming from me. Hold on.
No, that was this. The watch together just went super, like, it was the same song and everything. They was just decided that this one is supposed to be louder.
I think for the time being, everything seems to be at ease. But for now, I think the more we wait here, the more our enemies may have a chance to regroup and try another attack. So we probably should get going. And
Or we might just be wearing off our welcome. So yeah, sure.
Callisti, what are you alchemicaling?
I'm checking his pH levels.
he's very
the pH
basic.
paper dissolves.
But which color does it turn first?
What's the
Green.
most acidic one?
Okay.
That'd be 0. It's 0. That's like, I think 0 is sulfuric, or close to
Yes,
that.
0
worse than
is
that.
acidic. Yeah, 0 is sulfuric acid at this point. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've looked at my page scales.
Callisti is just like, yep, gotta take notes. You never get used. You're close enough to Big Green to do these for often.
I don't think many people get close to Big Green without being eaten.
See, as you dip the test paper into Big Green, he moves over to the wall over here. It kind of just sticks to it for a minute, but since he is see-through, you can see that he's dissolving well, with Callisti's memory, it looks like a map of what the temple looked like, and the layout is changing.
The hell?
Felicity starts drawing it down.
Zephyr, could you roll me a perception check?
Good, good old boy. I sure can try.
I don't know, Jeebus, can he? Alright, I'll take
I
my
would like
psychic
him to.
damage. I'll take my psychic damage, please.
Hold on. I'm getting the. I haven't been
There's
on a
that
laptop
12.
in a while.
God,
There's
what
that
was
12 hit points you regained.
Yeah, pretty much. What was that, fucking, what was that word I always said that fucking started taking psychic damage?
Regardless.
Oh my god. Ah, the good old days.
Okay.
Good old days, we took a lot of psychic damage.
Zephyr,
don't take it
it's
now.
very faint, but you specifically have had this phenomenon before. There are just these. Every once in a while, you catch a glimpse of a dwarven outline scurrying around the forge, and now around this area.
I'm sorry. Luna was on top of me. What? Just will you please repeat that?
Yeah, you've had this phenomenon before. It was a bit more potent last time, but this time you just see small glimpses of ghostly apparitions of dwarves maneuvering around a forge, creating things, and you see them filing out from the forge, going into the halls behind you.
Is anyone else? Is anyone else seeing this? Just pointing in their general direction.
Jackal is not paying attention as he's checking the bodies for any particular plans, items, or stuff that might help with giving evidence that the Burn Coalition is here. Or was here.
I'm gonna
To get to-
assume no.
Yeah, do any of us see any of these
Nope.
apparitions? Okay. There you go. right?
Fantastic. I think I'm either having a stroke or seeing ghosts.
I mean, we did fight a Bodak. That's kind of like a ghost. Is it trying to murder you by looking at it?
No, they're just like living their lives. Callisti, I'm scared. I don't know what this is.
I don't have the spell prepared.
Wait. Callisti,
You know what? I have an idea. Oh, that won't work.
Callisti, I have a question. You have that one spell where where a person kind of carries things around for you, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible that Big Green could be casting a variation of that?
I was also going to suggest that it might be something on another plane of existence, such as the ethereal or the astral plane existing within us. So, ghosts.
I'm going to take that as a maybe and keep that in my notes.
But I'll just make sure.
They're going this way. Does that work with your map?
Callisti, around
Oh.
you with your detect magic, you notice hot points is the way I'm going to put it, because you're currently standing in a magical aura. Two next to the forge, and one at the very center where the fire is the brightest.
A lot of magic in here. Okay, let me just take a step out here. Nope, that definitely hurts. Ow. Do I sense any of that kind of stuff, or?
You get the faintest hint, and just because they're passing through Big Green's aura, you get somewhat of very vague shapes of entities moving around inside of the aura and then out of it, even through most of you guys, because you guys are standing in the middle of the hallway.
He's not crazy. I mean, you're not crazy, Zephyr.
That's fantastic. So what is that?
Probably dead people. Or, what would Moradin have for, you know how, like, a lot of Celestials have angels and other stupid things?
But I guess would I know that? No.
You could assume Master Craftsman would definitely be within Moradin's halls.
Oh. It's the Craftsman Valhalla.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand what we're disturbing now.
I mean, there's actual Valhalla, too.
We don't talk about actual Valhalla. We're not dead yet.
But you don't think these would be, especially if they're reforming the temple, which you, Callisti, could assume. They're probably the craftsmen and maybe even some of the souls of the doors.
Oh shit.
Gonna make a presumption that the temple is reforming itself and re-defending itself from the attack.
Is Heinrich still outside the fucking door I took?
Oi! Can you turn me around?
Oh, yeah, sorry. And Ulrich just flips him around.
What the? Oh, I missed everything.
Do you want to come inside? Big Green is freed, but at least.
I mean, sure.
I mean, it's not every day you would get to, like, meet your god, a familiar of your god or something.
Hey, well, Green used to clean my face.
Okay, never mind. It's not that. Ulrich just turns it back around.
You
No, I'm just kidding.
can't.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. He'll pick him up and grab him. Oh god.
I mean, they're not wrong. It was pretty much every day.
Well,
But it's good to see the lad at a less aggressive size.
I do have a question for you, Heinrich. You wouldn't mind seeing the outside world and being a door somewhere else, would you? Or do you wish to stay here?
No. I'll be alright. They'll replace myself with somebody who's a bit bored in Moradin's halls.
Can I ask you one question?
What?
If I do replace you with another door, please don't ask as many puzzles to people leaving. I want them to actually be able to leave.
Where's the fun in that?
Honestly, I think I'd rather have him experience the drunk test to see if people are too drunk to leave.
You know, at the same time, but then we'll have drunks piled in the bar. So I can.
Or to
And
keep
then you
certain
can charge
people
him
out.
for a room.
He does have an idea.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Once we get back
Used to happen
where
to
we're
me all the
going,
time.
once we
Just
get
remember, if it's a problem, we will make you the bathroom door.
back and not the
Which
female bathroom door.
shite.
I knew what you're going for immediately. Oh my god. But no, you'll also get to meet our prized mule that is apparently a vampire killer for about 5 seconds.
It was more like 3 hours.
I'm still wondering why she's covered in dust. Did we clean? Oh my god, he's multiplying.
Jackal backs off from that.
Never.
Seen the light. Wow. Did the big green glow that brightly?
I haven't seen Big Green in a hot minute, so couldn't tell you.
Did you
Just
want
give-
to go with me?
Oh my god, it's
Kind of
getting
jiggles.
Oh wait, I have that. Okay.
I mean, we all.
She pulls out a pretty good sized jug or bottle. I'll leave the top off. It's like one of
Crawls
those
in.
crocker ones.
All right, so now we have added a big green slime, Tick, and Jeff to our list of people we have to take care of. Pretty sure
I
Helma can take
might
care
be
of
wanting to
herself.
go up and talk to the council.
You hear bubbling from the jug.
Ew.
I assume that's a yes. I have yet to learn.
Ooze. Hold on.
Yeah,
If I jiggle, do you think I will offend it in any way, shape, or form?
The fact that you don't have a beer gut, I'm surprised you don't jiggle.
You do know how muscles work, right?
No, not really. Jackal just kind of says that sarcastically as
Hey, I thought Goliaths are just made of stone.
Depends on the breed, or like half Goliaths, half Giants, that kind of thing. Some are a little bit more rough around the edges, some are a bit more fiery. Just depends. That's why some of us actually can grow beards. It's really weird, actually.
oh, hello?
No, I think he's eating.
He's
Yep.
doing what he does. He's cleaning.
Right. I'm gonna make sure I check if I can find any evidence so people, the council, can shut up that, yes, there's burnt coalition lurking under.
Roll me and
you-
ah!
Roll. All right. Well, isn't a dice, Jeebus, so I don't know if he can.
We need an investigation check.
Understood. 20.
Jekyll, you find various drow things that you can assume are drowy. Couple of potion vials that seem to have the remnants of poisons. You find his whip and scimitar and his half-plate armor, but
You know, we do have refugees that we need to help.
Right. I'll just pocket the vials of poison, or rather, no, he'll just take them. Also, take the scimitar. He'll leave the plate armor. Let Big Green have that. Walks over. How many vials of poison did he get his hands on?
none. They're all empty. You could just
Oh, they're
you
empty.
open it up, you go, oh, that's poison.
Okay, so let me just put empty vials. Okay.
Oh, if I had only. No, I guess I should have written down my grandmother's notes better.
Ron, if you wouldn't mind holding Tick, because I still have a door on my back. And I don't think Tick can, unless you want Tick to climb on the door.
Yeah, how many empty vials? Just one or two?
3.
Oh, 3. Okay. Jack will just kind of hold out the empty vials of poison. Emptied, but I guess if anyone would be takers for them, I'm gonna keep the scimitar though, just in case I need an extra weapon.
Can you wield the scimitar in the shield?
Yes, I've done it before.
I'm just curious. Because I generally don't see them around this area. More of a southern weapon kind of thing.
Jackal holds his masterwork scimitar out.
Like I said, more of a southern weapon thing.
Yes.
All right.
You don't go
I think-
swinging around big clubs like I don't know, some crazy Northerners.
You'd be surprised at some of the bullshit that some Northerners swing around. Pretty sure I heard about one that just swung around like an axe the size of his fucking head.
I mean, after seeing what Captain Grail did to you and Odin, yeah.
Grail. We don't talk about him. Like you could just feel the like Elric just rubbing his neck where like it was recently cut off.
So we have the rifle and the 2 pistols. So
And a cloak. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but the cloak did not burn up with him as well.
You didn't mention the cloak.
That was me bad, but there's also a cloak.
Okay, I'll write that down
Callisti, you
too.
may want that.
I think we should take them back to their owner and then decide.
Well, the pistols at least we're giving back. She said the rifle was ours, at the very least.
I mean, maybe we can get
Granted, I'm
another
questioning
reward.
who's gonna use it.
Looks at Rowan. I'm pretty sure she's deft enough to shoot people.
I
Look at
think
it.
I was going to take the rifle.
Possibly a
So
good
that-
distraction.
All right then. I should probably start heading back.
The rifle will work with your archery fighting style because there's no gunslinger fighting style.
I mean, I think it's just all ranged weapons work with the archery fighting style, which
That's
is
kind of
weird.
how we deal with it, but
It's mostly the proficiency question.
Yeah.
But the archery, or no, it was crossbow expert was the one that had the weird.
yeah.
But then they have their own gunslinger feat, so that's where it starts getting weird.
Yeah, I mean, she might want to get the feet later because of reloading, but currently she could
Yeah.
use the weapon.
Do I
Alright.
see any other maps or anything that I need to copy down?
No, it's just the revamped map, which has a very quick exit for you. And you see that there's been a large section that's been cut off and sealed in. That was most likely where the drow got in. It is the only section that you guys didn't actually explore, which would be the northeastern portion.
Are we good then,
Yeah.
Callisti?
Yeah, just copying this down for the future reference and those up top.
All right.
So,
Alex,
does anyone want any takers of these empty vials of poison? Or I just leave them here for Big Green.
I mean, I'll take them if nobody does.
We might
Alright.
need them also. Also, Callisti, if you can look at them for any evidence of poison linking back to the Burnt Coalition, it might be helpful.
The worst part about dealing with an enemy that burns to cinders when they die.
Yeah. This is why
Except
Elric
that's well, that's the thing. We have actual witnesses.
True, but do you think a dwarven-run community is going to believe a bunch of hobgoblins and goblins?
And the Drow Queen.
I'm very persuasive.
Was she a drow
I'm-
queen or just like a consort?
She was a matron.
Matron. Okay.
That's basically like a house head house mother.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she's basically a clan leader.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Mariner being dumb.
Sean pops
Oh,
up.
Election on Elric.
Sean pipes up. I'm very persuasive.
That could work.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
So, can we leave now?
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
Alright. Ron,
worried
you're in
about-
charge.
The wall makes my tongue tingle.
Alright, Tick, I'm going to grab you and stick you on Rowan's back, okay?
Bye.
Because she's going to watch over you for, well, till we get out of the mine, because I have a door on my back.
Take a walk.
Oh. Well, I usually carried you because I assumed you'd like that more, but okay.
Yeah, she struggles.
You okay,
Aw.
Dick?
I hurt.
Wow.
Jackal, looking at the small size Big Green, or Big Green there, just points that way out.
Yeah, that's the way, Jackal.
Making sure. Don't want to get lost.
You guys
Alright.
see as you exit, the walls are shifting and moving, and a straight path to the entrance is formed specifically for you. And as you pass through, the walls close behind you. You see traps set themselves. And Zephyr, as you guys walk by, every time you pass one of the faint apparitions, you see them bow.
Oh
And-
shit, I forgot my booze!
I'm so sorry.
Roll me a D100.
Your lovely dog. It's right at
26.
26.
Can you? I'm so sorry. Can you just say the thing that you were saying?
Zephyr, as you're probably the last one leaving, you and Hades both can notice there are I hear what's happening. There,
Okay.
every time you pass one of the ghostly apparitions, they stop their work as they're the ones that are moving the walls and reshaping the rooms, turn to you all, and give a bow of thanks, and go back to what they were doing. One of them tosses something at Elric.
Oh, thank God. I now have 2 things of vintage whiskey.
Okay. I'm so sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
No worries.
I just made the joke as shit. I forgot my booze, and then Jeebus can maybe roll.
He just goes with
for
it.
You rolled under a 30, you bastard.
Now I convinced the ghost to give me another bottle of vintage booze. Now I can give one of the council or vintage whiskey. Now I can
Vintage
give one.
whiskey.
Now I could give one to the council, and I have one for myself.
All right. You guys make your way out of the temple, and as you pass through the final door, the dwarven statue changes its position, holds its hammer up high, and you see the words under it change.
This was the dwarven statue we had come in earlier, correct?
Yeah, it's the one where Callisti pushed on the nose and the door opened.
Okay, just making sure. Bit a bit. Which way would take us back?
Now,
to...
now as you read it, it is a dwarven drinking song to the 6 valiant heroes, each one having their own verse.
Oh God, I'm afraid what they put for mine. Since I could actually read it.
Think of something clever.
No, you're the DM. You're supposed to do that.
No, I don't make songs.
Nah, that's fine. That's just Josh. Yeah. All right then. So, I guess we could start heading back. Hopefully, the hobgoblins were able to make it out without any duress.
They're not too far from the looks of it, as Jackal points down the hallway. He thinks he spies 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, Jackal, you could, before you guys even round that corner, Jackal, you could smell the scent of fresh blood and medical herbs.
Might be bad. I don't know. I smell blood and herbs.
You do know they were mostly pretty tore up, right?
I mean, they could also have been attacked or attacked whoever was left, or even the matron who was one that escaped. I don't know.
True.
Or by those weird things that we got attacked by before that we murdered so handily.
Jackal approaches very slowly, but he has his shield up just in case.
As
it just
you're
doesn't-
approaching, you see the hobgoblin that is missing one of the skulls on his belt. Looking, turn and look at you.
Ah, shit. I think
You have the
Elric
skull,
gave that to
didn't you?
Jackal. You
No.
no.
You
I
have
gave
it.
to. No, I gave it to you because remember you
No,
want to
you
take the
have
front.
it.
No, I'm pretty sure you have it.
Jackal kind of looks into his own stuff.
Didn't Callisti have it at
you-
one point? Because she
No,
was
it was.
doing the drawing.
If I remember correctly,
Actually,
it was.
Callisti being with Callisti, who has it?
What are the hobgoblins that you gave it to?
Right.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to let that play out.
No, Jackal, I gave it to you. Remember when you wished to take the front because you said it was horrible for me to take the front, so I figured you would meet people first, so it was more beneficial.
You guys gave it to the last hobgoblin we met.
Oh. Couldn't have let it play out for a little bit longer.
Whose idea was that? Jackal pauses to say that.
I actually don't even remember. It wasn't not mine.
I think it was Elric's.
Was it? I'm actually trying
That's
to remember.
that's
'cause
the detail I don't remember. I know you guys gave it to a hobgoblin. Whose idea it was?
We could just play
As
it off.
far as I
Elric.
knew, it was hanging on Elric's belt the whole time.
And then he gave it to Jackal because Jackal said he's taking
No.
the lead.
We didn't give it to them. We gave it to the Zhao matron.
Nathan.
That's
yeah.
who has it. Yes.
Which would make a lot more sense. She's right next to him.
You see that she's actually got a lot of her wounds patched up in a very similar fashion to all the rest of them. So they seem to have patched her up. There she is.
All right. So who has the pistols and the gun now? Actual question, because I didn't take them.
I think I have the pistols.
I think
and the
Callisti
cloak.
did. Yeah, Callisti picked up the pistols in the cloak.
Okay.
Crenely stands up, still pretty shakily, kind of braces herself against the wall. You see her do very similar motions as she casts tongues once again. Well, it looks like you survived.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Pretty sure Big Green was able to shake off whatever was holding it and just beat the shit out of those people.
Kind of made our efforts a little bit moot, but
I think these things belong to you.
My dueling pistols, yes. She'll take them and put them both on each hip. The cloak is not mine. And if you would, I would like that thing to be out of my sight. That was Gritos.
The cloak.
Yes.
yeah.
Lizzie just very quickly stuffs it in a bag.
It
This
is.
would be a weird thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If you do not know what it is called the Cape of the Mountebank.
Oh.
Cape
Wait.
of the what now?
That explains the sulfur smell.
The Mountebank. It allows you to travel some distance freely.
God, I love that item actually. I had it for a while too. Wait, that brings up a weird question that I'll ask you later.
You know, we'll deal with that later.
I have, sorry, this is in character. I meant to ask out of character. Do I know since I have killed multiple Burnt Coalition members, it's only their body that disappears, not the stuff they're wearing, correct?
The non-magical items always
Okay.
burn up too, but usually unless it's specifically spelled to burn up with them. The magical items do not.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Huh. Why would they? Oh, never mind. That would actually make a lot of sense. And why we'd want that cape and going through walls and all that.
They're not cheap to make.
Not cheap when you know a dragon.
Probably, but I mean, still, they're. This was probably something stolen.
God damn it. Well, either way, it's ours now, so.
So, now comes a really tough question. We need to convince the council in Novid cause that not to close their doors and become isolationists, which would can put the entirety of everyone, including down below, at danger, it would appear. And it seems like going back down might not be the best option for you guys.
I don't believe the in the caves tribe fit very, very well in the upper city.
I was actually thinking about that and had another idea. They might fit in better in, well, I guess it would technically be the tent city, but with Grell being the head of Ravencliff, that might. She kind of looks around for a moment. You know, if they could pass the test, I bet Parable would turn them into quite the city guard.
As much as I.
Who you're referring to? The hobgoblins, the matron, everyone? Because
The hobgoblins.
I'm just asking because I do recall there was that goblin unit that were basically blowing up everything in the sewers.
That's true. There is an entire goblin. I mean, I have a feeling they would be accepted as refugees. We could
You
definitely try and
There was a refugee camp outside of Cravencliff, right?
talk them up a bit.
Hello? Raven, there's a whole refugee camp outside next to a forest of spiders that some looks over to the matron, but then looks over back to Callisti. A dumb druid kind of released a bunch of spiders into.
Felicity, you watch, actually kind of bristles and perks up for a moment, and then she's like, "Actually, this might work out if they're interested."
Oh no. Before we start going through that, one other thing. Would the matriarch and all that be able to sustain itself without your appearance and supposedly everyone else in the Underdark, ma'am?
Can you rephrase the question?
If you were removed from the war effort in the Underdark, would it be heavily blow for that going on down there?
I am already removed from the effort. My family is completely taken.
By taken, do you mean that they willingly turned, or did they get their Jackal kind of points to his head and or to the puts a finger to the temple of his head and is like, brainwashed?
I will not lie. A good majority of them did go willingly. They were. Several of the powerful leaders of my clan were changed recently.
Damn it. So basically, what I'm gathering you're saying is that it wouldn't be conducive to reintroduce you back to the Underdark, at least currently.
No, I would most likely be killed.
Alright.
So, theoretically, and forgive me if I'm presuming too much, would you be interested in an advisory position for the war effort?
Absolutely. I already was in a position of power.
Because she kind of turns and looks at Elric. I mean, Grell and the rest could use somebody who understands the war underneath as well as they understand the war above.
Could be very true. You had mentioned, what was it? The Miser Khan. Has he made contact? Have you made contact with him at all before your matriarch had closed? He's kind of looking at her.
Not in the recent months, no.
Alright. It seems like. Here's a weird thing that I don't know if it was ever asked or established. The council in Gravencliff, they were cut off from the Dinguses, right? They just kind of disappeared from everyone's map, if I remember correctly, or what we were told.
I mean,
Or like,
for those 2 years, yeah, but that was before you guys were even really known.
okay, I mean more like recency, like with us, like this party versus them, like when we were established. We're
Miser Khan is a known figure.
okay.
Eris
Wait,
is
those 2
not.
years, was that when we did our Feywild
Yeah.
shenanigans? Okay.
Yeah. I think the
Pretty
question
much
I'm asked,
the only one who's still a known figure is Miser Khan. The other two kind of, well, Casper's doing his job, and Eris is Erising.
Okay.
Fair.
I just was curious. I was just curious if the council in Gravencliff had any contact with them at all. Was more so what I was getting at was, but trying to like, if Elric would have that information.
No, I mean, you would really been like, oh, stupid fucking elf druid. Why would I care?
Okay, just making sure. Well, at the very least, having someone that understands the Underdark on the council could be helpful, as long as this council, pointing at this, like kind of like motioning towards the whole underground area, decides not to close their fucking doors.
I think we might have a way to convince that.
Unless there's a traitor in the council, and
Oh, I'm actually pretty sure there is.
question is it singular or plural?
Theoretically, somewhere between 60% to one individual.
So 40% one individual, 60% two individuals.
Or more. Or advisors to those individuals.
Well,
See, this
Guess
is
you're
why.
right.
I have some weird suspicions, and I would have to go check some numbers because some things aren't adding up the longer I think about it.
This is why I preferred mining networks to political networks.
No, it actually has a lot to do with the mining. That's the problem.
I'm going to go.
I mean, and Callista kind of looks at Elric. I mean, the Dirtbeards already have a very big farming scenario, but the problem is to be able to sustain a city that would be in complete isolation and lockdown for potentially upwards of a few centuries. I don't think they can do it.
Yeah, it's been so damn long
So,
since I've been here. I don't even know if they have any new farm techniques that they could. That or they're just revamping all the old mines into, instead of processing ores, they could just be used to turn into pseudo farmlands for the time being.
I mean, it's just pure logistics. I'm not entirely sure Novid Cause could self-sustain itself. I need to check their books.
When was the last time Novert Cause closed their doors, Jeebus? Like, how long ago?
During the
from
last
first
war.
start? That was like 200 years ago, correct?
That was over 1,000 years ago.
Okay. Well, just make sure to cross-reference at least 1,000 years ago population, and then you know what you're doing. I'm not going to harp too much.
I mean, not to say that I don't believe or trust in dwarven engineering, but locking yourself up in and then that usually can lead to a lot of other maybe possible bad situations, like, I don't know, looks at the poison vials and it's like, I don't know, plague, diseases, problems, and disposal of bodies. But I know nothing about the North, so that's just
Considering
my
dwarves
worries.
dwarves can live upward to like 800. How long can dwarves actually live? It's like 400, 500, right?
It's like 4 or 5.
Okay, 400, 500 years. I don't think they have to worry about death unless they start killing off
It's not the
people.
death problem, it's actually the birth rate.
Yeah, also that.
And the economic inequality.
Pretty sure that already exists without the doors closing, so.
But that's the problem, is we've already seen... I mean, not to be stereotypical, but, dwarves are kind of known for their greed, but 1,000 years ago, the dwarves were not as completely diversified, or, it was kind of, there was nobility, and then there was this, I mean, now we have wealthy merchants and that kind of stuff that are going to really interfere with the, food chains. Like I said, it's a logistics problem.
This does make me wonder then, why convert all weapon type shop into like flower basics and stuff? Unless they're really just solely convinced they're never going to need a weapon and the time the doors reopen. Or they have them all stockpiled up. Actually, do I know if Novert Cause has like a weapons vault for stockpiling weapons in case of anything, especially during the wars?
Roll me a history.
Don't worry. Wait, hold on. I gotta check if it's one of my runes. That's my tool.
I believe it's just insight that you get.
Yeah. I hate that I check every fucking time, but I will remember eventually. Nah, Eric was probably too busy.
Eh.
Not caring.
Not really your strong suit.
I make the weapons. I don't know where they go.
You just mine the ore. You didn't even make the weapons.
Well, he has some craft. But
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, they may have a stockpile somewhere, which would also answer in case riots start happening, because they're going to probably need more weapons or blacksmith, which is weird that they would also be putting those out of business.
I mean, speaking of logistics and food stuff, Jackal kind of looks over to the hole where Zephyr and Rowan are in. You guys are also good at this, right? I mean, one's a merchant, one deals with nature magic, and kind of guess how much food can be supplied through magic daily.
Would I know that?
We can take a look at it.
Oh, sorry, we're in the same room.
And there is another thing that I actually have to consider, but I'm not going to talk about that here.
Well,
Ears on the walls or lack of evidence.
It has to do with, weirdly enough,
Squid face.
logistics.
Okay, never mind. I was thinking of something else then.
I'll put it this way, Jackal. It's about certain business contracts.
As long as I don't have. Oh my god.
Ellie.
As long
Hi,
as I don't.
Hades.
Oof. As long as I don't have to be in front of your sister again, because I generally enjoy cursing freely.
Same here. I don't like people looking into my mind and revealing it to the public.
That was my aunt.
Same
My
difference.
sister would have made you do horrible things, and then laughed about it.
Isn't
I
that
am
still
less
what your
inclined
aunt
to
does
continue
anyway?
No. I'm pretty sure she would have made you into a chair and you into a footstool, and that would have been the first 20 minutes.
Right. I'm even less inclined to meet any of them now, even
Same,
if
actually.
the world is at the end of the world.
My
So,
sister's kind of a bitch.
Sounds like most of your family is.
I think you'd like my grandmother and my mom.
Is she crazy?
no, I'm gonna put it out here now. No.
Crazy.
You're probably the, and I hate to say this, or maybe it's just hard for me to say it, but you are probably the nicest mage I've encountered.
I
So,
feel like Dulciana would be offended.
well, is she a mage? Is she a wizard, or is she a? I don't know. Well, Dulciana's nice too, but
I mean,
Anyway, we
still,
should probably get these people out of here.
I take a slight bit of offense.
I do apologize. I've only known you just from the situation. I kind of know this one since the start of this crazy journey.
and it's only gotten worse from there.
Yeah.
Welcome
I
to
don't know how I
Vor.
put up.
Trust me, I know war fucking sucks. Alright.
She
Zephyr?
What?
Rowan, you ready to go? No.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, but
she
Go ahead.
pushes off the wall and turns to both of the hobgoblin leaders, and you wanted me to send them to the Graven Cliff?
the problem is, well, unless you can, we probably have to walk through the city, so we probably have to go with you.
There are many tunnels that the dwarves don't know about.
And that actually bothers me more. But good to know, because that's going to be very important.
They will be contending with the beasts that dwell in there, but
Actually, let's see, how many of you are there?
about 16. Sean pipes up. I can get them through. It take me a couple hours, maybe a day, but I mean, this is my family.
Well, if you know the way, Sean, and make sure there are no casualties, or try to limit as many injuries as possible, then by all means.
Jackal, could you move, and Elric, could you move out of the way, please? Just start here as she pulls out a piece of chalk.
Oh dear God.
And let's see here. I'll probably have to go through on the first run. Oh, that might not work.
Do I have an idea what she's doing?
Down on the ground. Probably some
We've known
wizard shit.
We've known Callisti enough. Is she drawing a map, or what the fuck is
Actually,
she
you can
drawing?
speak on. So she turns to the goblin. I have an idea.
Oh my God.
Right. I'm gonna keep an eye on that pathway so no enemy sneaks up on us.
Thank
Well,
you,
maybe
Jackal.
not.
And Callisti is going to start connecting her Raven.
Wow. All right.
And right before, as she's doing that, at the same time as she's drawing the circle, like, she's got her book kind of floating, and she's writing like a letter to Dulciana, and everyone like, these are refugees from this, and you know,
How long
if
can
you
that
find a way, please send the goblin back to us at your earliest convenience.
Oh my god. Fucking love that spell.
So,
Any creature
she's
that
at
enters the
first gonna
portal,
send
you don't
him.
have to go through.
Yeah, at first he's gonna send. She's gonna send him through. I mean, if
All
that's the
right,
idea.
so it is. It just lasts 6 seconds, and anybody who passes through can go through, right?
Yeah, but the idea is to send him through, wait for the sending to come from Del Sienna, and then send everybody else through to make sure it's okay.
Oh my god. God bless this fucking party. I could just hear the fucking hell in Beavis's voice.
No, this is actually great. I just need to pull up Sean's sheet right now.
I'm just imagining what Dulciana is going to react to.
That's why I'm laughing.
Well, that's why I'm only sending one goblin through, because it's gonna be like, "Arr," and it's gonna be like, here's the letter.
Actually, oh god, this makes me wonder how Dulciana's talks with Gretch have gone. Because this sounds about like the same situation we're going.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking worried about.
All right. So you all see as Callisti finishes this circle at a. How do you want to describe your teleportation circle looking?
It looks like she has drawn like an overly elaborate series of arcane symbols. It's like got this full, multi-pointed star and offshoots and runes and and then as soon as she kind of finishes, she just kind of closes her eyes and does like this incantation, and as she does it, you watch like each of these runes begin to glow as it circles around in that greenish light or glow that you're used to with her, before it just kind of opts into kind of just being a weird glowing circle.
All right, and as soon as that glowing circle forms, Sean hops through. You all wait.
Should we be worried at all, or?
No, but I do need. Rowan, roll me a d20.
Alright, let me get back to the computer. It's a damn 5.
I mean,
Oh, no.
still, that's fine.
God damn it, fucking Google.
25 words.
What did I do?
Send a goblin through a portal.
What? Wretch is on the other side. You've seen goblins before. This was a well-dressed goblin.
Do you know how fucking paranoid Gretch is when he'll just see a random goblin poof out of existence? Or into existence?
At a very defined point in the castle, because the teleportation circles are permanent.
I know, but who the fuck would... Oh my god.
A booyah!
No, Gretch is a boo... Well, I guess yeah as well. God damn it. I think, like, this is... I just find it funny, because I imagine fucking just pops out, like, and it's just there. Like, no one's been using the teleportation circles for days. And it's just a random goblin shows up!
Ooh, holding my breath.
I'm not holding my breath anymore, I'm just afraid of what the fucking message is gonna be.
Plus, she's just sitting there and she's about to start, she's like... She kind of wanders over and she's kind of looking over her circle, double-checking things. Okay, so there might have been like a 5% chance that he just got eviscerated.
You just see Alric just, like, face palming.
No, I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine.
I thought if you knew the location, it just doesn't.
Oh,
No,
that's just her.
teleportation circle
That's just
doesn't do
her
that.
saying crap. They're saying stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
You know,
thought
she's
in like
if you
actual.
haven't noticed, she's like an insane like perfectionist, and suddenly she's like, "Oh wait, I kind of botched that." And like, as far as like the world universe is concerned, it's perfectly fine. But
Khaleesi, did you? T- Let me start this.
Please tell me.
The goblin is currently fine. Slightly incredibly unconscious. Next time, send warning before sending someone. Parable and Gretch got nervous.
God
Oh shit!
damn it. Oh my god, he would have been fucking flattened.
the whole
Yep.
moment you're just watching her kind
That's
of
what I was afraid
bristle
of.
and like gritting her teeth, like.
Are we good, Callisti?
I found the note. And we'll send him back as soon as he's back in health. Feel free to send rest.
Sorry, thank you. Don't know Scry. Doing the best we can.
Don't you mean sending?
I just had a fight, and Big Green was here. Glad to hear from you. Hope the bar hasn't burned down. Be home soon.
Does Dulciana know who Big Green is?
Everybody at the guild knows who Big Green is.
I feel like it's like one of those established jokes, just like the whole universe just knows, have heard rumors.
No, it's because it's because literally one of the class, from her aunt. Everybody just knows. It's like, here's the slime collection.
This
Guys,
one I
gonna
stole from
focus
Big Green.
The corridor.
Okay, so everybody ready?
Yeah.
As she goes and retraces she's retracing everything. Alrighty.
The
Everybody
unconscious
gather
ones
in
are
here.
hoisted onto shoulders. The rest will
Everybody
gather
is
around.
a little bit there. We don't want to lose any limbs.
Bugbear just kind of pushes Elric back a bit.
All right.
If you see a guy in full armor, do not make any threatening noises towards him. Or a big green guy. Orc.
Or if you see a small. Oh wait, shit. We haven't met Gretch, have we?
You guys met Gretch once.
Be very direct. Small white kobold is friend.
Wait, what?
And here we go. And
Oh wait, Dulciana. I keep forgetting she's a kobold. That's more.
and here we go. And we just have to draw this, and now we just say okay, and then you just hear more magical mumbo jumbo as it bursts to life, and the same as before, and
As you all see them just dogpile at it. Actually throwing the unconscious ones through first before they run in themselves.
Could I just make a perception check to see what or is it like a shimmering space kind of thing, or is there
It's not
actually,
like you can see through it.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a rip in space where you can kind of like a mirrored other side kind of thing.
Oh, is that
Uh,
spell
imagine it
is...
probably does shimmer, but it's like that mirage kind of shimmer.
Yeah.
And as soon as you impact it, it's like foop.
I guess you're done.
Pulls out the broom, just kind of sweeps off some things. Yep, just don't want anybody knowing where we went. And little bit dispel magic just to make sure.
Oh, did she not join them, or is she just going to follow us?
I thought you guys
She-
wanted her to come with you.
She's our witness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oops. Then we'll send her to.
Yeah, then when we shove everybody in the wagon and want to go back, we'll just
We'll just go through the council door and be like, "Hey, we want to take the teleportation equipment."
well, no, actually, what we have to do is do that. Then we have to head back to the centaurs.
To
Then
pick
from
up-
there we can teleport back.
No, because we have to come back eventually to deal with the slod problem too.
Oh right, our other ecological disaster.
Yeah, you guys make fun of Miser and his spiders when you unleashed a horde of sloths.
Hey, I just solved the spider problem. I just got us a bunch of bugbears who know intimately how to deal with them.
Yeah,
supposedly.
you guys actually set the perfect wrecking crew to clear out that forest.
That was actually in the letter. I'm just gonna put
You
that out.
know, it would have been funny. It's like, oh yes, we know these spider that are minor cons, and start beating the shit out of them.
Oh my!
I hate that, but anyway.
I think Callisti in her writing would have been like, they probably know the spider problem, probably can help deal with it. If there is a way to profit from it, because spider silk is very nice,
Oh my
they
god.
might be able to put up a good business.
Back to the
Impressive,
root
God.
problem of why the spiders were in Gravencliff in the first place.
Yeah, but here are people who intimately know them and can.
So Miser intimately knew them as well. He just fucking made it a disaster.
It's not like he thought it would be. He just introduced a carnivorous species into a place that they didn't
Also-
have a natural predator.
And Callisti's pointing out that there's a bunch of people who can actually sit down and manage it instead of just being like, off to the Underdark, I fuck.
Not to mention, I thought that the owlbears could actually eat the spiders, but
I mean, it's also been established that there is a market since a lot of the people from Tan Marine are basically using the silk for the clothes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, this is an incredibly intelligent move that I didn't even think of.
Yes, we have restarted the economy, boys.
I thought having this group of bugbears and goblins is going to be a horrible proposition that you guys have to deal with for the rest of this arc, but nope. Glusty's like, fuck you, I'm a magic woman.
Yeah, me as a wizard. How can I solve problems with magic?
Why don't you
yes.
take this problem and move it over here?
Jago just kind of moves over, just looks between Callisti, then to the matron, then to Elric, and just says, "Alright, so what's this thing about a slot again?"
That's a whole
Remember
other
that
issue.
terrible lizard or frog thing?
Yes,
threw up.
that big giant blue frog that came out of Elric's mouth, which
Yeah, that's probably a massive ecological disaster that Elric caused.
and we were just making fun of the druid that left the spiders out.
I'm not entirely sure which one's worse, actually.
Oh, considering I think spiders at least have a profit, where I'm pretty sure those frogs won't. I think probably mine. I'll at least own up to that.
Depends on what you do with Slod, but it's usually the nature and the intelligence that makes them hard to we
Well, I
just
should.
do it.
Yeah, I still have a mental link, so until that breaks, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, I don't usually say this about intelligent beings, but Slods are. Yeah.
All right, they are. Yes, I will write that down in my notebook.
She's kind of doing that nodding, like evil. Yeah.
All right. Well, I will. I guess since we're going to head back up, are you guys going back to the inn to prepare for the meetings tomorrow? Correct? Jabus with the council.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. If you're going to go prepare for that, I'm going to take these and I'll pull out the 4 thunderstones to the to Rain so he could finally begin his journey. Hopefully.
Well, I mean, I figured we probably shouldn't be wearing, kind of looks down blood and guts and you know.
You guys will be passing the church on the way up. It's not like you
Okay.
have. It's not like a detour at all.
Okay.
It's like
And I mean,
I didn't know if it was like right in the vicinity or it was like offshoot, like you have to go this way versus in that way.
Jackal just raises his hand, goes, "Wait, am I expected to join this as well?"
which is why I was thinking we should go back because you have you got a bit of someone in your teeth.
And to answer that question, yes, we are a party, and this is an issue.
Jackal
that we
kind
are
of uses his tongue with his teeth, and he kind of spits to the side. Yeah, that's not really important. Kind of pauses on that part. I'm just saying, like, I don't really have too much stake on the talking of the council or have much interest in, so I'm sure you two can handle. I mean, sorry, three. As he looks from Clisty to Elric and then to the matron. I'm sure you three can handle it without me and I guess
Jackal, you are
yeah.
coming. We,
Why?
even though we are still a party, and we were all tasked to work together despite multiple differences. So you can either come or you can leave. And Alex is like looking at him.
You do know what my option in my head is, right?
I'm well aware. But
Good.
Oh,
Jackal.
it's that time of day already. Oops.
what do you mean?
Do you know what a dead man switch is?
Yeah, we usually had them for the mine carts, so stores constantly didn't get hit with the carts.
Yeah, there's also a metaphorical one where you do it as a setup in case something happens and you don't get back in time.
Get to the could you get to the point a little bit?
Your wife and daughter probably have been contacted by now.
Ah, well that's great. I don't get to deal with that on my own time.
Hey, at least you have a happy family reunion.
It's not going to be happy, I'm telling you that right now.
I
In the
know,
sense
but
of,
I'll be smiling.
well,
At
least our friend-
least don't bust up the bar when you do it, please.
I'm not going to be the one that will. I'm going to tell you that right now.
What I mean is, if you have to run, please. Don't.
No, I'll stand my ground. It's not worth. I've already ran from a situation before. Worst comes to worst, I'll just take it on the chin, and then in the balls, and in the stomach, and in the head,
Just
and
take
all
it out
over.
back.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
have a
not sure
tab.
for you.
I have a tab, and I'm pretty sure my wife also owes money on the tab as well, so we'll pay for it.
I guess in a way I'll probably drop by to Stella's armory to finish paying off what I owe her.
Alright, then off to the church then, and then
Oh,
take
we
a
also
nice
need to
lunch.
drop off those gems or the money. Yeah.
Pretty sure the church can handle it. But I guess onwards, because gotta get the rain out of here. At least, because he's been here for what, 10 years? It was 10 years, right?
I think it was 10.
Alright.
All right.
He already had one set up, Callisti.
Yeah,
like,
she actually afterwards was like, "Don't let him have a tab."
pretty sure that's the only reason why he keeps paying the bar back is because he has a tab. Also, he's go to the bar that bar way too much. He's like a regular that he's like, man, this fuck's gonna break something in here. We'll just prepare for the worst.
Well, I meant the bar at home. So it's like,
Oh no, Elric doesn't want a tab in the bar he works in.
Yeah, no, that was like explicit. Like, no.
Jackal's just gonna look over to the matron drow woman and just simply ask, I hope the daggers were helpful. You never
Say
run
what?
into any
I
trouble,
ran
right?
into a bit of interference on my way out.
Huh. Good to be prepared.
She hands both of them back to you.
Sweet. I'm gonna have to get a couple more Would you happen to know anybody that, or any particular daggers are just designed for throwing?
There are actually quite a
yes.
few, Jack.
I'm sorry, repeat that again, Callisti, I didn't hear.
Oh, Callisti's even like, there are actually quite a few knives that are designed for throwing.
Great. I'm gonna have to find some of those people or merchants that sell them.
You know, if you got the money, you could probably get one with returning enchanted on it.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I got other reasons to gather money right now because I already owe enough.
Granted, I think the worst one we ever had got commissioned for was an arrow returning.
That sounds just like a worse boomerang.
That's what happened to him. We told him not to put the stone in his pocket, and, well, you ever seen someone shoot at themselves in the ass?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
I've
what
actually
happened.
I've witnessed that many times. Pretty sure someone
Yeah.
almost shot me. Pretty sure I also drunkenly took a bet that no one could hit a target, and then someone shot me in the ass. Was not a good time. I was never allowed back in that bar either. Good to be back at least.
You make your way through the mines. You get a lot of side-eyed looks from the dwarven miners as you returning from the section of the mine that nobody is supposed to go.
I'd also say that just because she knows how important or how it's going to look, she took that jar and kind of tied it onto her belt in a way so that, like, there's, that
Oh no!
little big green chunk in a jar that's, like, glowing and visible.
Jack will more or less stay, I guess, middle to last rear guard, because just make sure nobody doesn't do anything silly and they're
Yeah, I
at least
guess
within
Alex.
reach of the shield spell.
I guess Alric has the lead then. All right.
Also, going to go around for any possible stragglers that might wander a little too close to us, or particularly the matron who's now free of brainwashing. And Jack is also going to add or ask the matron, yeah, one last thing. How are you able to see illusion people walking around? Because stragglers.
See no illusions, no.
Oh, that's going to make my job harder.
Callisti's light is not stronger than the light of the forge. Damn it.
Would have been funny. It's like an open air forge, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's the big open doors. The doors are always open for people to come and pray or pay respects or pick up things.
Hello, Ren.
You see Rain working on a very intricate piece. Looks like just a very detailed lantern. Ah. What the hell hit you?
Actual god for a little bit. So the usual. But that's not why I'm here. I finally have acquired the stones for your ultimatum, or your what is it? Your final project. before
Magnum
you left.
opus.
Yes, that too. But I believe, and he'll hand him the 4 Thunderstones. I don't know how long it will take, but whenever it's ready, I'll be ready to take it then, and you can begin your journey.
Just give me a few moments.
No problem.
And he walks to the back to where he keeps his things and grabs that ornate box and wanders back and places it on the table in front of him. Opens it up. And you see, just like how he forged your spear, he holds his hand over the Thunderstones and they slowly form into shape over the next 10 minutes. He takes a pair of very small tweezers, inserts them into the slots on each of the knuckles. Ah. It's finally done. Here. Take Garmer and use it well.
Alright. Thank you. I get love. Unarmed strikes deal 1 more damage side. 4d6. Okay. Comes with 4 charges, 1 punch you can use. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. I really appreciate this, Rain, and I do apologize for holding you up for so long. Still trying to work a few things out. For all in all. Also, do enjoy your journey wherever you're going. And if you head up to... where are you going anyway?
My plan was to head south.
Well, do enjoy the journey. And if you see anyone, tell them please don't interact with me. Probably be their best.
I always do.
Good. And he says kind of with a smile and holds out his hand.
He gives you the big man forearm handshake.
I'll get every time.
Strong handshake.
Don't forget to give him the coupon. Or 10. No, just give him the book.
I forgot to slap him on the ass and tell him good game.
I meant the drink coupons for the bar.
Oh, yes.
He kind of earned them.
Fuck, I forgot what we called the bar. We changed the name.
Silver pint.
I'm the one who fucking named it too, which is the worst.
Yeah.
If you're heading down south as well, he hands him some coupons that are... Were they Did Callisti draw these? Because Elric's not fucking drawing these.
Oh yeah, they were. Callisti designed them and mass produced them, so they actually have a little bit of a silver glow to them on the printing.
Please pass this out. We actually have a bar that we open just to bring some money in just in case. And if we can get more customers that you see, it'd be all the better.
Perfect. I might head towards Gravencliff. Grab a ship there and head even farther south.
Do be careful with the war going on. It may be a little bit harder to go south, especially with what happened to Ten Marine. Didn't help to at least tell you. What's that?
Rain turns to Opius. I'll be leaving now. Hey lad, you been here fucking long enough. Be sure to come back whenever you can. Rain grabs a backpack that he had under his workbench, puts most of the tools in there, slings it over his shoulder. Very large, rectangular backpack. And he walks by you, Elric. Don't die. I need to fight you myself someday.
I'll try to live as long as I can, considering, kind of whisper to him in Giant, considering the cat that called my wife, I think I'm kind of fucked.
Morden be with you.
Or sorry, Dorvish, because I don't know if Rain knows Giant.
Rain's a Goliath.
And I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. I forgot they just get that as a thing. Okay. My bad then. But yeah, he'll just whisper that. Oh, God.
You have the bless spell for the next minute.
I'm just fucking... Hold on. I'm just doing this for stats to make sure it's all set up. Of course Wow, that was a nat failure.
Now, and
I was
okay.
just testing it. I'm not actually using it. Because I wanted to
Wow.
see if I have it set up properly. I'm not fucking swinging my hand and punching Rain's table as you leave. Not
Oh.
that much of an ass. Alright, it's all set
I
up. I
think
just gotta put the spells in there then. It's
Jack
Thunder
is just
Smite and
doing it.
Thunder Wave then, Jeebus, are the 2 spells?
I
think.
think so. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I guess that'll be Elric. Let's do what you're doing.
She walks up to the Forge Master. Hi. We're back.
Miss Duskhaven. Good to see you. Don't know why I'm still Rain.
So,
You've
we
returned.
really need to get some people down there and protect that temple.
I can send some of my clerics down there.
The we should probably talk a little more in private. Also, she kind of leans and points a little bit. That's a drow, well, former matriarch that worked with Miser Khan and was forced to be a slave. And we sent the rest of those that were enslaved that were refugees to Graven Cliffs, so they weren't, your guys' problem.
Oh, we're going to need a real good explanation for this. Come, let's go to the private chambers. Turns around to the rest of the the rest of the forge workers. Yo, get to work! Points at one specifically. You've been working on that helmet for 3 fucking days. As Rain is leaving, he's just going to walk past all of you and look at you, Jackal.
Uh-oh.
Take care of them. We are the shield. They are the spear.
There's a very disturbing bit of a pause as Jackal's contemplating that. I'll work on it.
The armor you wear is for self-protection. But the more
I'll sorry,
things
read it again.
that armor we wear is for self-protection. But the more things that want to kill us, the less things want to kill them. Looks over in Elric's direction. He is an ass. But he does mean well. Most of the time.
Jackal's
Oh,
making
shit.
a very visible face.
As he says that, I'll take the nat one now. He accidentally, the gauntlet just falls down and, punches Rain's table. That's good. We're good.
Are you
Didn't mean it.
sure? Jackal kind of asked that to Rain. I mean, kind of gestures slightly to Zephyr and Rowan, and then very quickly to Callisti, but then says, kind of wiggles fingers of maybe. I mean, they're pretty self-sufficient.
Jackal, we do not get to choose who we travel with. Currently, I travel alone, but soon maybe people will join me. I am sure not many of them will be actually great people. But, just like metal, everyone can change into a beautiful shape.
Well, I definitely, and he will say this sincerely, I wish you have a good company because I can tell you now, bad company can really sour your need or desire to lift the shield up for them. And then sometimes you want to hit them badly.
Oh, trust me, I will hit them. If they do dumb things, I will hit them with shield.
I gotta learn how to make my shield hurt people. Eventually. Maybe you'll teach me one day.
Ask
If we meet
Ulpius.
again.
He's the
I
one
will
who
do
taught me
that.
to fight without weapon. He may carry weapons, but they're more for show. Just to sell them. That thing on his back? Big shield.
I will keep that in mind.
Jeebus, weird question.
Yeah?
What's the DC for the Thunder Wave?
It's based off your con,
Okay.
I believe. Didn't I put that in?
If you did, I didn't see it. Let me just look just in case.
I could have totally missed that, but I'm pretty sure I based it off your con.
It's not in there, but I'll just throw
Yeah,
it in
just
there.
based it off your con. And Rain walks away. To never be seen again.
We'll see him in 3 sessions.
No, we won't.
That's all I gotta say.
Me. Yeah. He'll be back eventually. It's like the fucking Hulk scene where he's just walking. Let me see if it's... Alright, and it's always going to be at 3rd level. Wow, I rolled shit. Oh, wait. Yeah, I rolled shit damage. Okay. I think I have everything set up then, so.
Eula! Finally! Now!
That was obvious, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Auric's just gonna try to put the table back to how it was. After he kind of smashed it.
Alright, supposed to follow
Obvious.
them, I guess. Guys. Miss Matron, sorry, I do keep forgetting your name.
She silently follows along, kind of trying to keep her head down and out of sight.
And I keep screwing up. For some reason, I keep pushing or hitting the back button without even realizing it.
Oof. I've had that happen before.
Yep. Alright, we moving.
Ulpius brings you all into the room. And he closes the door and goes and sits behind a desk. Behind him, you see a very similar relief to the one you saw at the forge just a few hours ago. Okay.
First off, Callisti takes the jar off of her belt, kind of sets it on the desk. At least temporarily so that figurines recognized to be there.
By my grandmother's beard. First, you bring in the Drow matron. Second, you bring in a piece of green.
He wanted.
I'm going to need a very good explanation. I thought you were trying to win over the council, not get them all to piss on their corpses.
Okay. Well, here's where I'm just going to lay it out so that there's no confusion. First of all, it wanted to come with me. So whether it's coming here or wants to talk to the council itself, that was his decision. It's second of all, she's a refugee of a war. And third of all, you had burnt coalition members who have enslaved a bunch of hobgoblins, goblins, and well, some of them were willing. But a few, and there's probably the chance they're working with the Illithid of the Drow people. She worked with Miser Khan, and you had burnt coalition members down in the temple trying to, well, basically turn Big Green against everybody and kill everyone up here. So that's where we're standing. That's why everything's here. Hi. It's been a day.
You know? The sword I was making breaking earlier makes a lot of sense now. It's a bad omen.
Jackal just bluntly add, I know, it all sounds crazy, but trust me, it happened, and looks over to, or points over to Eller. He got the wounds to prove it.
Pretty sure I have points from everything to prove it, but also I have.
Elric getting stabbed is nothing new.
Going to say. Though, I do have this, and Elric puts down Heinrich, who's he's been carrying.
Hello. Did that door just say hello?
Yeah, it was
Have you
down
never
from
been down there?
No! It was forbidden!
By who? You're the.
council.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I voted against it, but yes.
Wait, why would the council ban you guys from going to the most sacred site for dwarves?
Because it was dangerous.
Jackal leans over to Callista and says, I suspect traitor.
I'm very confused. Right.
Right, let's put it this way. What did you run into on the way?
Well, there was the two boulets, which were probably being pushed by, well, the Burnt Coalition. Let's see, while we were inside the temple grounds, we ran into enemy agents. That was kind of it, other than the tests and the traps.
Also, Big Green. Though he is
That
being
was at the end.
mind-controlled. Well, he's asking what we sold down there in general, so I was just giving everything.
And since I'm assuming none of y'all are Master Craftsmen, you had to figure out very clever ways of getting past all of the trials, right?
I crafted.
No, we had to craft.
Also, I'm pretty sure most of it was just Dwarven tradition. Thankfully, I know most of that.
And talking doors.
Yes, such as Heinrich here. He's a good person. A stone jaw, actually, which is kind of funny given the naming irony.
Alright.
Should we keep Heinrich outside just in case?
I don't think the door's going to tell any of the secrets. It's probably going to tell us a riddle.
He has done that a lot. Alright, so what has been going on then, Opius, the past day? Has the council made any moves on them while we were underground?
Aye, they have.
Alright, what's outside the door closing bullshit? What are we dealing with now?
The Brewins have been rallying the people to their side. There have been protests in the upper district to close the gates, and they're pushing on having the causes removed from power.
Ah, this is fucking great.
I know this is a weird question, but where are the records for, well, food production, mining area, things like that I might find?
Food production would be with the Dirtbeards. And depending on what mining production you want, I have some of it, and the other would be from the Stone Jaws.
Okay, just to be blunt, while we were going down through there, I sometimes just do math in my head to just kind of pass the time. But I mean, just honestly, can you guys even close the doors logistically just to feed everybody?
That's been the argument from the Dirtbeards this whole time. They think it's a possibility that they might be able to for the next couple of decades. But after that, depending on other issues, they're not sure.
Okay, so I was right on my history. Okay. That was worrying me because, I mean, yes, we could compare it to 1,000 years, to the previous time, but the population gap was pretty significant, as well as the class gap.
Yes, I don't know a dwarf that wants to live off rice and beans for the next 90 years.
I was figuring it was probably going to be a very healthy diet of mushrooms. And just
Yes. Other question. You usually control the forge and things that go through here, weapon and other craft-wise. Is there a weapons vault of sorts in case there are revolts inside the city itself?
There's an armory.
Alright. No worrying then. Um, Another just random question. Ever since the war effort and they pushed to close the doors, has there been a lower value production of weaponry and like outside of those shittier, cheaper metal armors they've been pushing out?
Aye, almost all of the guard for the lower district is in rough shape when it comes to armor and weapons. The upper district's guards are still well stocked.
Fucking course they are. Okay.
that's how they're going to try and balance it out, and that is not right.
No, not.
I mean, one of the other way to balance it out is to, I don't know, weed out those that many X amount of excessive mouths to feed and
No, they're actually plan. I mean, it's a terrible thought, and I really hope they're not doing it, but they're actually expecting a revolution so that they could decrease the numbers so the food consumption would work, and whoever would think of that is really an apathetic bitch.
Don't remind
Exactly.
me, Bruins.
I mean, it's not something unsimilar back in the South when things go really bad. Crops are not feeding enough or profits are not enough. You just get rid of the excess amount of mouths and decrease the number of mouths to feed.
Except the problem is, this is a bit of a larger scale, and I don't prefer them getting rid of every lower common denominator. Especially with what they're fucking doing.
Oh, please, come on, Elric. You gotta really realize it. Some of those council members or the rich people, all they see and everyone else is just numbers or profits. It's not going to be any different to them losing another mouth to feed. The only thing they're going to worry about is what's in their pockets.
Oh, I'm well aware what they see. I don't give a fuck what most of the council members see. Excuse me. Obvious as he says that.
Elric,
So,
you know I'm the
Go
man
on.
of the people. I talk to almost a good majority of the miners every day. You think this is something that I came up with?
Oh, not even close to it, and that's why I was just trying to at least hold my tongue in the front of a council member, despite just, political bullshit and all that shit.
I do. It's the
All
problem
right.
with becoming the Forge Master. Having to
kind of
stop forging things and do more fucking paperwork.
glad that my dad that I never took up the role that my dad did. I might actually be doing the same fucking thing, except just more of an envoy. Probably go fucking insane.
Well,
Which
I hope you're ready to step into his shoes tomorrow.
Not in the fucking slightest, especially if my wife is coming tonight. I have to mentally prepare for that.
Oh no, I had them go to Gravencliff.
I thought they were at Gravencliff because they were told they were beating the shit out of Grell. If
I
I
meant the
remember
bar.
correctly. Oh, that's fine then. Oh, see, that's where I was confused. I thought you meant the bar here, not in Gravencliff.
No. She was figuring they would have to travel because they were headed towards the front, and so she was like,
Well,
go." Basically, she had the previous bard that was with us say, "Hey, Elric's alive. He's currently in Novid Cause. He's going to be headed back to Gravencliff in a couple of weeks. Why don't
that's
you
the
go to the Silver Pint, tell them who you are, and they'll make
that
sure you're taken care of."
that's kind of the That's kind of the problem. One, you told her where I'm at. Two, she was just fighting with Grell, so she probably knows there's a teleportation circle in the council building. Three, I'm dead. I'm gonna die.
Well, that's your problem.
Jackal is gonna raise his hand, look toward Opius, and just ask question. So, to all those of us that have to talk to the council, is it necessary for all of us to be present?
Jackal, do you know what a show of solidarity is?
No.
Jackal,
That explains a lot.
if you're not at the meeting, what is the Lady Brewin going to tell the rest of the council that you're doing?
I don't have to dress fancy, do I?
I'm walking in there with a shirt, or with no shirt, and my giant ass sword. I think you'll be fine.
Well, that's expected of you, though, Elric.
It's sorry, something just and maybe expected, but trust me.
Plus, you got Storm Smasher reputation, so
You don't have to dress fancy. Most dwarves, 90% of them, outside of like pre-win bullshit, don't really care about dressing fancy. Outside of a few, what is it?
Jackal, you
Noble
should
things.
be fine. You're wearing Dwarven made full plate.
Also that.
It is probably more expensive than most of the dresses up there. The rest of you might want to upgrade your attire.
I'm still going shirtless, just so you'll know.
If it wasn't for the blood, I'd show you what I'm wearing. But it's formal enough for what I have to do.
alright.
Obvious. Quick question. You know who handles the meeting minutes in between everything for, like, a secretary or something between the council?
Hey, her name's... Name's Connie Porter, right?
I need to look up if the last issue, if my father had talked about anything before the, shit that's happened. I just want to look through them, see if there's any relevance to what's going on now.
We can see if we can get you the records. It'll most likely happen after the meeting tomorrow.
That'll be fine. As long as I could have access to them, it's something that I want to look through personally, and I highly doubt the council will be. It's less important. All right. Can I still burn down the flower shop when we go to the northern district or the rich district, please?
That would actually be absolutely the worst possible thing to do before this meeting.
I know, but I really want to burn it
But
down.
afterwards, we might actually not have to do it ourselves.
I still want to throw the torch, though.
Can I wait after the council?
Oh, it probably will.
Elric, it's a
Good.
stone building. Not gonna burn
I-
well.
I will fucking punch it to the earth then.
I'm sure he'll find a way.
By
But,
Morgan's beard, if you use that gauntlet, the first thing to do is break down the building.
Jackal, so meeting is tomorrow. I guess we take some time to prepare.
Hey,
I have to go talk to some people and look through some books.
As do I. I have a armor to pay back my debts to.
I have whiskey to drink.
And I have my ass to get beat by my wife. Hopefully not, anyway.
Isn't that when we get back to Cravencliff?
Did not
In
hear
one
the
piece.
explanation I just gave?
I was half paying attention.
Okay.
Jackal will honestly
so-
admit it.
So, my wife had recently just beaten up Grill, and we had been told this a little bit prior.
It's not like she was
She's
beating
been
up
in-
Grell. She was sparring with Grell, first off.
Alric's gonna frame it how he's gonna frame it, G-Bet. Was beating up Grill, meaning he was in the council building, or she was in the council building and might be a friend of Grell's, meaning she could have seen the goblins coming through and all the things coming through the portal, meaning she knows there's a portal that links. That also might, meaning she might go through the council portal and come to an Novrit cause, since Callisti had told my wife that I'm in Novrit cause currently.
Does she have permission, access to do those
Considering
things?
she was sparring with Grell, and I'm assuming it's 90% in the council building, and probably a friend of his, I'm going to say probably yeah.
I mean here, as in permission to come here. From whatever council.
I mean,
Grell
As
lives
far
in a
as I'm
castle. There is no council.
yeah.
From the Nova Cause Council, because
What Jackal's asking is, does fucking names, does Bryn have access to basically use the teleportation circle to the council building? Is what he's asking.
You don't know. Probably not.
exactly.
Maybe
That's
not,
exactly
but
what,
Callisti,
that's what exactly
do you
Jackal's
need
asking.
do you need a teleportation circle to transport between them, or do you just need the location?
You need to be either able to cast teleportation circle, utilize the much higher regular teleportation spell, or be able to activate an already permanent teleportation circle that is
Alright.
directly linked to another one, but you would have to know. And as far as I know, there's only like 3 people that would know how to do that.
What are the odds do you think my wife made friends with Dulciana?
If she's
Does your
anything
wife
like
know
you,
does your wife know how to use chocolate?
G-Bet.
Don't look at me. How scary is your wife?
I imagine, like,
I don't
to
feel
most
like
people.
Dulciana could be intimidated.
No, but she
no, I
avoids
think-
people like that.
No, the way I always imagine is, like, his wife is gentle unless pissed off, and since Elric pisses her off a lot, and it's kind of like Elric, where it's got, like, a very hard, like, shell around, but, like, she's not, like, a horrible person kind of thing. But she's like that.
this is a perfect thing for Jackal to say then.
Well, he wouldn't know that. but I'm just describing it so Jeebus has an understanding.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, to be honest, most likely Dulciana has been incredibly busy, as
Yeah.
always. So she probably hasn't had time to meet the people that Grell throws hands with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Jackal is gonna add
hopefully
this.
they hadn't made friendship. If they had, I might be fucked. Otherwise, I'm just going to
And
take a bath. Sorry, go
here's
ahead.
Jackal's final commentary. He's like, well, if your wife is anything like you, and I tend to find you very intolerable at times, I'm pretty sure Dulciana will not waste time with such individuals, at least until it's necessary.
He's not as bad as me. I'll say that much. Also,
She's got to be a saint then.
she's better at talking to people than beating their ass. I was not. Why do you think I never wanted to take my dad's position in the first place?
It answers so many questions. Right, so I look over to Opicus. Can we call this short little meeting adjourned, since I need to go pay back Stella and other things to deal with before we go deal with council?
Hey, I need to get the story straight.
Sorry. Yeah, I kind of understand that kind of problem. Right, all of you. I will see you at the end. Jackal slides out. And books it.
And will you be worried at all?
I trust him more than I trust you at the moment.
Considering he was running wildly into the front lines when usually he's going backwards, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's still a thing, you know.
I mean, personally, it's not my issue to deal with at this point, because I don't want to trade blows again.
Just he kind of walks over the jar. You still coming with me?
And then nudges towards you in the jar.
Okie dokie.
Alright, I'm just going to get a shower.
Rowan, Zephyr, do you two have anything you want to comment about Jackal's recent behavior?
No, you're muted. Okay. Sorry, Zephyr's having... Nope. Mic issues. No.
I'm starting to feel like you two are just along for the ride at this stage.
Literally. Oh.
Oof.
Don't do that.
Is his computer
Um,
charging right now?
Ah, yes, the harmonica of death.
I'm not quite sure what's happening.
Is his computer charging right now?
Yes,
That might be the issue.
but it's not his computer.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, it takes me like 2 sessions to really get back into exactly what we're doing. And I missed not the last one, but the one before, so I'm still catching up. So yes, I'm along for the ride, but apparently I need to update or upgrade my outfit. So that's what I was gonna do next.
Same. The harmonica of death hits
Babe,
us
can you
all.
just sit close to him and put your mic down? It should pick him up.
Talk loudly. No, to get onto my mic.
Why does it sound like Zephyr's 3 years away?
Because it is Zephyr 3 years away.
No, I doubt it. I was doing that character to be an ass.
just hungry or tired.
You know, Jackal being hungry is not a good thing, though, right?
But it's nothing new.
Also true.
The last time he did that, people died in the street.
I really don't want to follow him. Not.
I mean, we do know that you'll lose, but you are probably the only person who can.
Give me a minute. Let me roll something. Ow.
Oh god.
My ear! Oh my god, an airplane's taking off now. Zephyr has entered airplane mode.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Try downloading Discord on your laptop. Oh wait, it was. I got nothing. I have 0 for you. Sorry.
In all honesty, if I follow him right now in my current shape, I'm going to die. And I don't trust myself at all. Doing that? Do we not have any other way we could at least keep tabs on him?
Hey. What the fuck is that?
Oh, this is Dick. He's a good boy. He also likes shiny things and can count.
Eh.
And our... Alright, Tick. I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to send you on the super secret, top secret mission. You are going to follow Jackal, but not be seen.
Bye.
Ah, fuck. Callisti, I'm not good at doing smart things. Please tell him why he's following Jackal, so I don't fuck it up.
Go make sure Jackal doesn't get in trouble.
Oh, okay.
So make sure he doesn't kill anyone and doesn't get killed.
Ah.
Or, come get us.
And if you do this well, I will give you 3 shiny. I fucking love how that's like...
I was gonna say, as a player, oh no.
Yeah, as a player, I'm 90% sure Tick may die. It's fine though.
I'm really scared.
Thank God I roll well for rogues at least.
Ah, fuck you, I already rolled it.
Oh.
Ah.
Alright, well. Alright, I'm going to go get a shower. And maybe bathe. I don't really need anything else for tomorrow. Are we going to meet here, Opius, before we head to the upper ward, or are we just going to head there ourselves? Or is someone going to pick us up? He looks at Opius.
I'll have one of my men come and retrieve you. I will already be at the council building.
Alrighty. Oh, God, it's been fucking 10 years, or I think 10 years since the Storm Smashers walked in the council building. God only knows how fucked it's going to be when one goes through the doors again. Alright. Auric's gotta just take his leave. Start heading back to the inn.
Alright. Jackal, you head over to the pointy end. Ah, Jackal. Looks like the armor did a bit better than last time. Son, if you're saying words, I can't hear you.
Whoops, I just realized. So yeah, Jackal comes in, looks around. Yep, the armor held up pretty well. Saved me quite a bit. Anyway, here to pay the 850 gold that I owe.
Perfect. What do you got for me?
Pulls out the large opal diamond that he looted from the temple. Don't know how much this is worth, but I think this covers it.
You have the other diamond?
No, he only took the opal.
Yeah.
That's it. He just took the opal diamond. It was in my notes, and I just closed my notes again. Hold on. I need to pull them out.
I think I have the other diamonds.
I know Sean has one.
I think I have 2.
Yeah, I just took the opal one because that was in my hands. And my notes are not appearing anywhere. Where did I put my notes?
Should be right under your character sheet.
Yeah, it's just not popping out, and I think
Are we talking about from the loot or from the puzzle that we
the
totally
puzzle.
stole the diamonds from?
The puzzle.
Okay, I have one star-shaped one.
Oh
Yeah,
no
for some
no.
reason, not
He's
popping
referring
out.
to the ones that where Elric almost murdered Sean over. The ones
Okay.
that we stole from. Yeah, those ones.
No, I'm referring to the puzzle where the ceiling almost squashed us.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we had to
I
put
know
the
what you're
different
talking
shaped
about.
diamonds.
Rowan is talking about the one that Elric is talking about. And so is Zephyr is talking about the same one as Jackal is talking about.
Good job, team. We're all confused together.
Yeah, I cannot. I don't know why when I click on notes, nothing pops up. I don't know why. It's probably a Roll20 thing.
Yep, that's
Miser finally
fine.
lost his notes. The world is ending.
I'm a little sad and worried and concerned about that, but at least I remembered seeing that just before I had to switch it.
Aye.
Definitely know
Wow.
I owe her.
Well, I think this still should just fine.
Cool. Since I really hate being in debt to anybody. Do you think that with this diamond, besides paying off whatever I owe, can I get like a few extra throwing daggers? Cheap ones, like things that I can just throw and not have to worry about picking them up again.
Oh, aye, sure. She's gonna hand you 5.
Sweet. As he takes the extra 5, adds them to his. As is starting to notice, he actually has a belt buckle or a belt thing around the chest area where he started putting all the knives in there.
A bandolier?
There we go. Thank you. My brain could not remember a word.
Yes, the utility belt of knives. So I
Oh,
thought
I mean-
bandoliers specifically for bullets. I might be dumb.
Bandolier is just kind of a general term for weapon storage
Yep.
that crosses the chest.
Alright. As Jackal is re-equipping himself. And again, thank you. The armor definitely helped.
Always
And
glad to be of service. Don't know how much longer
Well-
I'll be in service though.
Wouldn't the diamond help pay, or what? What are they doing?
Oh, it always helps, but they just raised their rent again.
That reminds me of the jackass back home. Well, hopefully with tomorrow's council meeting, things might be better.
Hey, hopefully everything else begins to go well.
Alright. Well, a good, is it day or evening? Jackal
It's
literally
nearly
asked that
night. I was
question.
closing up.
Perfect, so I was able to pay back before the next day. Alright, I'll be taking my leave then. Have a good night. As Jackal makes his way out, he now inwardly begins talking to a certain voice that he's been kind of keeping at bay for the moment. And just goes, right, so, I guess I'll be holding up my end of the deal since you did help me. Even though the others pretty much did all the work.
Of course. Don't worry.
2
I'll
conditions.
take but no, we've already shook on it. The condition should have
I
been
know.
set when the deal was struck.
Indeed. But I just want to add a little bit more. Just because this is my body. Nothing too crazy. And I will just DM that to the DM, and that's it.
Alright, and Jackal begins to make his way back to the bar?
Yep, but those are the 2 conditions that Jackal gives to Omega. I just sent it to on DM.
Alright.
That's all. Anything else? As long as I know what's going on, I'm not going to ruin the fun. Like I said, I'll uphold my end of the deal, because I hate being indebted to anybody.
What about everybody else? Where are you guys headed?
Elric's just going back
I
to
know
the
Alex
division.
going to the bar.
Shopping.
Well, you asked, Jeebus. Don't be so mean.
Say Callisti's gonna clean up, and then she's gonna go to the dirt beards and wherever records are kept, and she's doing the full logistic, like the full research of like what closing the doors is gonna cause.
Oh yes, my favorite part about the economy game.
I guess Rowan and Zephyr walk up to, fuck, what did I name this asshole again? Really stupid name, I forgot though.
Did we actually divvy up the loot from before?
Don't think so.
I don't think
Oh,
so
Rowan's
either.
rich.
That's
Does Rowan even need more money? Also, just for flavor, Elric will probably throw the what is it called? Elric will put Heinrich in the cart before he forgets. I'm not dragging the thing around. I'll just lie him in the pile of Tix gold.
Alric, as you're at the cart, roll me a perception check.
Oh no. Oh no, please. Perception. Trying to find it. Sorry. That's performance. Same modifier, but you know what?
Hell no is incredibly unimpressed by your walk up to her.
Alright. I'm gonna burn my inspiration to fucking roll my perception. Actually, do I have to? I think I might have advantage on with Storm. No, that's Arcana. Okay, Arcana is the other one. Which is great. Perception. Fucking didn't roll better.
Not really sure. Kind of smells like blood for some reason, but who knows?
Hell no, did you kill someone again? Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. I'll look in the back of the cart as I kind of walk in.
I mean, it looks like everything's there.
Ah, it's just blood. I guess from the smell, can I roll just an investigation to see if I could like see at all where it's coming from, since I at
Sure.
least know there's a smell of blood? Okay. A little bit better. 12.
12? It's very faint, but there's the sign of a bit of like a spray of blood just kind of across the wall.
Oh. Ah, no big deal. No, it's just gonna throw the door in the fucking cart.
I can fly. Ow!
I can what?
I could fly.
Oh, I
Said
can
you
fly.
threw.
All right. So this is a large pile of gold. You are in charge of it until Tick comes back. Then he is in charge of it once again, and then we will put you where you are going. Your new home.
All right, I'll be here.
I mean, I didn't expect you to like grow legs and move. So
Hello, someone could pick me up.
if someone can heave a stone door as well as I could, I'd be fucking pleasantly surprised. All right. You just said it's sprayed across the wall, right?
Yeah.
All right, hell no. I know I asked you to guard the card. I will ask you to please continue to do so, as you're the one of the few people I trust anymore. Not do something stupid. Good, we have an understanding. If anything happens, you know what to do. Just give him a hoof to the head.
Is that wild horse nod?
Good. Now I'm going to go. Now I'm just going to go take a shower, because I fucking need it. And Elring will just head into the bar. No, I probably missed like an important plot detail, because my perception is I asked. Oh well. Worst that can happen.
Alright, Rowan, what kind of a dress are you looking for?
I don't know. You guys said I needed something nicer for the council, and I should probably get something that's. It's 50 episodes in. I should probably do something cool.
So what are you looking for?
I don't know. I just told you. Something cool.
Okay. You probably know clothes a lot better than I do.
I don't. Uh, not a dress.
Okay.
If we want to skip me, that is fine. Because I might waste your time, because we all know how I am with my brain.
Oh, we're gonna get through this.
Skip me
You
and
know
come
what?
back. I'll have something better when you come back to me.
Well, this is the problem with that. You kind of last. Everybody else is gonna. Well, actually, we can go to Callisti.
Ah,
Find something of interest. Or whatever you're gonna do.
that's what I've been doing.
Uh-oh.
Alright, Callisti, so you said you're heading towards the Dirtbeards?
Yep.
Alright, they have a smaller outpost in the lower district. You walk up to, I mean, what essentially looks like a very small stone house and just fields of seemingly mostly every crop you've ever seen. There are just about 10 to 15 dwarves working the field currently. They all seem to be doing different types of druidic magics to either harvest or make sure that these crops are as bountiful as they can be.
Does she see anyone she recognizes?
No.
Okay. But none of the dirt birds she knows, like the ones from Gravencliff or the one that was on the council.
Yeah. None of them are here.
Guess she'll knock on the door.
You open the door, and the first thing that hits you is the very pungent smell of onions as a very squat, heavy-set dwarf opens the door. He's got incredibly. The first thing you notice is the incredibly bushy eyebrows and the bright red hair that flows down into a kind of squared off beard right at about chest level. What can I do for you?
Hi. I know this is it's a bit late and things, but is one of the masters of the clan in?
Well, we don't see many tabaxis around here. Can I get your name?
Miss Duskhaven.
Ah. No, the masters are currently out in the upper fields. Casting the plant growth spell. But I'm in charge while they're not here.
Since Callisti is kind of doing that thing. Is he being legit?
Yeah, he seems genuine. Kind of confused.
Okay, may I step in?
Hey. And he pushes open the door, and you see that he was in the middle of chopping up about 5 to 7 onions and putting them all in a pot.
Do you need help there while we talk, or?
Oh, I'm just about done. Just getting tonight's dinner ready.
It does smell good. So my understanding is that the Dirtbeard family is against closing the Norbrid cause.
Aye, the masters have put in their 2 cents, but they're really trying to stay out of the whole decision.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but if I'm understanding a cursory glance in the basic numbers, we're looking at about 35 years of sustainability if the doors close.
Well, I've been doing my own math. I think if we take over a majority of the mines and turn them into fields, we can stretch that out to about 65 to 70. But it'd have to happen soon.
And how much of that is accounting for continued growth, die-off rates, mortality, and all that?
I've put quite a bit of thought in it, but... Well, you seem to be better at math than I am.
My concern was looking at it and even... I mean, we would have to basically stop. This would be the last generation for a long time, the ones that are currently, well, pregnant. He kind of looks a little grim about it because she's like, this is a terrible freaking subject.
Aye, you're not wrong there, lass.
My math also says we'd have to have, to even go beyond that, you'd have to have a pretty quick, what, 30 to 40% decline? And that's hoping that it doesn't impact the fields workers. But of course, you'd also have to have increase the number of druids possible to maintain those fields, even if you were able to do that.
Hey, you're saying all the same things that I know. I'm not sure if this is rumor or not, but the last time they closed, after the first couple of years, they had everyone draw lots. I'm sure you know what they were
It's
drawing for.
it's a dark bit of your history, yes, that isn't brought up, but we do maintain records.
It's something Doris has always been good at. Keeping her history, no matter how dark and sinister it was. But we survived that war by doing it. No means to say we won't survive this one by doing the same.
Because the numbers just aren't there. It's a drastically different, just socio-politically, class-wise, and everything. It's such a dynamically different scenario.
Look, lass, I live in the lower district. I know my chances are slim if the doors close. Thankfully, I'm a dirt beard and one of the highest producers, so most likely I might see the end of it. But my kid's a potter.
Yeah. I know this is an odd one. Thank you for this information, but I know this is going to be a weird question. Where would be a neutral-esque record of, let's say, a clan was indulgent in imports and things like that, perhaps? Their net consumption, I guess would be the best way to put it.
That's gonna be hard. Most of the clans keep their own records. And if they're dealing with outside merchants, that's unfortunately, none of the records here we have having that kind of information.
Right. Well, I have to paint as best a picture as I can tomorrow.
And I hope you do. For everyone down here.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
Of course not. Well, the war out there is not going to be the only one we're going to have to deal with. Heard a lot of
I
rumors
don't
yesterday
know
at
if it's
Feast.
what
Sounds like
rumor.
whatever decisions are made, there's going to be something that happens.
I did hear there was protesting.
Well, that's just the upper district up in the tizzy. That's what I'm talking about. It's just a lot of the lower district isn't going to be up there dying to feed the rich.
I think that's what they want.
Aye. And at least I think we've got the few council members on our side.
As something to pass to the council member from your clan. Something for him to think about tomorrow. Maybe it gives him a voice. I know it's not a good thing to say or to hear. Closing the doors isn't going to stop the war from coming. It's already here. The only thing that's going to stop this way is you're not going to have the rest of the outside world willing to come down and help.
Last, I've been in his ear for the past couple months when this whole thing started. But he'll hear my grievances tonight. Hopefully.
Thank you. I hope I didn't sour the, it kind of looks in the pot. Stew?
Hey, dwarf onion stew and mushroom cakes. You want one?
Oh, I'd love one.
He hands you a pretty much the same thing as a crab cake, but instead of crab, it's mushroom.
Thank you. It smells delicious.
Hey.
My grandmother had a really good recipe she got from a dirt beard. Who might still actually be alive now that I think about it. The recipe is only 300 years old.
Well, this is my grandmother's recipe. It tastes the same. Sure, she'll smile on you.
What was her name?
Agatha.
Oh yeah, that's definitely it. She tries it. Mm-hmm. My grandmother always makes them the same way too.
Well, it's good to know that dwarven recipes are getting out in the world. Hopefully it'll continue that way. They make best damn war rations.
I haven't tried those yet, but I suspect
Hopefully you won't.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
You as well, lass.
And she'll, politely bow out and sit there and think for a moment. Okay, is there anywhere else I can go?
To be honest,
don't
in
hear
the
any
lower
screaming.
district, that's really it, unless you want to go back to Opius or something.
No, she kind of. Actually, yeah, she will do one thing, just in case tomorrow goes sour. Is she might try to go to the upper district and buy a set of wrenches.
Unfortunately, as you try to get to the upper district, it is still closed off to outsiders without an escort. As it has been.
Okay. Tomorrow. I need to go get the presentation ready.
Time to bring out the PowerPoint.
PowerPoint versus Excel.
The secret is Callisti does both with database.
Sweet.
All right, Rowan and Zephyr, you guys have been combing the lower district shops, trying to find the perfect outfits for both of you.
Do I have any luck on the something similar to what I sent you?
The ADM.
What say?
I didn't know you sent the ADM, but yes. It's even funnier that she's holding a rifle.
Well, I know that's why I picked it.
You're definitely able to find a very similar outfit to that. A long waistcoat with a button-up shirt, dress pants with some very nice white knee-high boots, a little bit of winter wolf fur over the shoulder, and gold trimming on all of the leather.
Sweet. How much?
How much? That would probably run you about 500 gold.
Give me a second. You said 500?
Yeah.
400.
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, why is it always on that? Damn.
475.
450. Plus a
Oh, wait, I need those.
um
$200
and a Draugr eye.
No.
It's a clothing shop.
I have a Draugr eye.
Like to point out, you're selling a dwarven eye to a dwarf.
I sell clothing, and that could be my cousin's.
I did not realize they're the same.
What is that?
I have a lot of weird stuff in my inventory.
That is all you pick up for some reason.
450.
You know, just because you tried to sell me a Draugr 475.
Yeah, that was my bad. That was insensitive. 475.
Right, she'll push it over and take your money.
Thank you.
Did you find anything, Zephyr?
Oh, well, I mean, until we divvy up the bounty that we did find, I'm rolling a little low.
What do you need?
I mean, I just got that brand new armor. I feel like I'll be okay dressing wise as long as I don't. Like, maybe I'll just leave the armor off that day.
Actually, probably wearing the armor is a better idea.
I just figured since it looks like wood, it might be like, But no, I wasn't looking for any clothes. I was just accompanying that one.
Zephyr's her stylist.
Zephyr's that one who sits there after you come out of the dressing room and shakes their head or nods.
Absolutely not. No, I said go get a different one. Yeah, I'm actually okay. I do not remember. I thought I wrote it down, but it's not in my. Did I actually pay off all my stuff yet?
No.
I don't remember. Was it the collar or was it the armor that I still have to?
I gave you the money for the collar.
Okay.
So if anything, you owe me.
Thought it was a gift.
Right.
I know.
Rowan,
What?
you have more money than all the rest of the party put together.
Who said that you can have too much?
The exact
not our
problem you guys are
fucking DM.
currently dealing with.
Yeah, literally, it's literally just classism playing out within our party. The same thing we're dealing with. It's
Rowan's
fucking
the
whole
next Bree-win.
Literally, when have I denied you guys money?
a lot, actually.
I mean, you've
No,
never, like,
you've never
you've never
asked.
upfront
Well, you
offered.
also didn't tell us you had, like, you never went out of your way, like, oh, I have a shit ton of money. You're just like, I got a bag here. Here, could you help me
No.
carry
What
it to the cart?
happened is that every time someone needs money, I'm like, oh, how much do you need? And then I give it away. And then you guys just look at me like I'm crazy.
Give away money, but none of us have any fucking money.
But I give you the money for what you need. I don't see why we're arguing.
It's not. It's just funny.
Where the hell did my map go?
I don't know which map.
Both of my tavern maps. They're just fucking gone.
Retro.
Remember that one night you were drunk?
Usually. I found it. Alright, so obviously Eric makes it back here first, is upstairs, bathed and doing whatever. Then probably Jackal would make it back second, Callisti third, and Rowan and Zephyr finally, with Rowan's new outfit in tow.
So, weird thing. But I'm just going to share it real quick. So there was blood on the side of the tavern, near the cart. As everyone else is appearing.
Okay, wait, what?
There. Alright, I will slow it down. There was blood. Oh, Rain's there. Rain's not there, Jabez. That man isn't there.
Oh, fuck.
Let's
He was
hear
covered
him.
up by nameplates. Goodbye!
I am no longer
Excuse
here! To explain, I went to go throw a Heinrich in the cart just to make sure nothing went bad, and there was blood. Looked like it was splashed or kind of marked against the wall. That's about it. I thought nothing of it. Probably someone getting into a drunken fist fight or something, and then just couldn't really make out anything else. So.
We should probably look into it, given everything that's happened lately. Also, the fact that, I still have trauma sleeping in taverns, because of that, time that, we got.
It was a complete
Yes,
ambush
yes.
about 5 minutes after we fell asleep.
Yeah. I mean, I probably can't provide much else because, from what I seen, there was nothing that I could see. So.
I mean, considering our track record with taverns and the like.
Zephyr, you want to talk to Hell now? And Rowan, you and me go look, and Jackal, use your weird
My nose is a little stuffy, but alright, I can try.
I don't know why, but I was trying very hard to avoid this, but let's go get her done.
Alright, I'll kind of lead him out to the cart because Elric will just stand watch in case he needs to fucking hit something.
Let me grab her token.
And yes, I'll go with Callisti.
Oh yes, we're all doing a family affair. Let's beat the shit out of something.
Hey, where's Tick?
Well, I don't know.
Hi. You
Oh,
hear
hello.
from the ceiling, directly above Jackal.
Oh, hey Tick, what are you doing up there?
Watching.
Thank you, Tick.
Huh?
All right, Tick, you can come down from the ceiling.
Okay, let's go.
Wow. Thank God. I'm
All
not the
right,
one fucking.
Callisti, we'll get to you in a second.
God.
Oh, no.
God didn't want Elric to find it. He wanted the smart people to do this. That's why Elric got the smart people involved.
Again, Rowan's along for the ride at that point. She don't even need me.
Right.
Felicity's doing the wide eye.
Makes sense that she'd be the one that's on fucking edge for this shit.
You know what? Just in case I crit and we find the answer to the universe.
That's actually how we break. That's actually how we break the game. Or you roll in that one and you just die while looking. I saw the one there and I got fucking scared.
Yeah, I know.
I was looking at the 2, but
Ro, what is your survival modifier?
Oof.
It's 1.
7? No, wait, that's wrong. Wait, is it the little number?
The little
Or is
number
it-
right next to survival.
7.
7. Okay.
Damn.
That would have had to roll that instead, but.
Oh.
Zephyr, are we talking to hell now?
I'm like visibly ill thinking about it. I have to ritual cast it, so
Alright. Well, Zephyr is ritual casting. Elric kind of points in the general direction of the blood. And.
can you ping it for me?
What?
Can you ping it, or...
It's
blood?
just, you guys are in the stables, so there's not really like a actual spot for it.
Alright, I'm gonna sniff around to see if there's like a trail or where it follows.
Alright, you can roll me a perception.
Sure.
Ah, there it is. The two fighters don't know jack shit.
Get a lot of horse shit.
Yep. My nose is in bad shape right now.
And yeah, you kind of burned most of the hair on the inside of your nose, so smell is kind of weird. Callisti and Rowan, you two working together, can easily tell. Probably because Elric's so fucking tall, he really didn't notice it, but there is the obvious sign of somebody had snuck up to your cart, and hell no didn't like that.
That's
So,
what a good boy.
there, Callisti, with your mathematical brain, you could see the dynamics of definitely a dwarven figure. Got a boot to the jaw and just sprayed blood out of his mouth and nose over the side of the stable. Rowan, what you notice is the tracks leading out of the stable are of a very high-priced boot. Something you know as a boot of elven kind. A magical item you've sold before. Makes the wearer incredibly stealthy.
Which way do the tracks go? Just out from where we came from?
They head out and end up just directly into the street. It doesn't seem like as soon as you follow them out to the street, they get caught up in all the other foot traffic that goes along with being in a big city. Alright, Zephyr, you have cast your spell.
hell no. How's it going?
Oh, hello, darling.
Oh my fucking god.
Hold on, I made a bet with myself and I just won it.
What if she's gonna be a fucking Southern Belle? God God damn it! I
It's
got.
been
How are
last-
you today?
My leg's a little sore, but other than that, peachy keen.
You give someone a proper beating?
Oh, you mean that little sneaky bastard that tried to take all you guys' things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he should be coming back for a while now.
Oh, that's fantastic. You've done a wonderful job.
Of course, it's my job.
Is there anything that was particularly weird about him?
Oh, he just didn't seem like a lot of people around here. It seemed like he had a bit more gestures, like uses her head to fling to his back. All that stuff in there.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a giant sack of money in the cart.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
say.
I see. I thought she was talking about like a backpack they had on or something.
I think there's also a very expensive keg of alcohol in there.
Uh-huh.
There's also a giant dwarven door in there now.
Zephyr,
It's not.
ask her what her favorite food is.
Honestly, I was gonna get there. Just hold on.
God damn it! I hate this
Well-
game.
Well, thank you for that. You've done an amazing job. Is there something you'd like as a reward for your hard work?
Oh, something other than the hay, fruits, vegetables, all that kind of thing.
Okay. Hey, how are you liking the armor?
Oh, it's very comfortable.
Oh, that's wonderful. Is she? Never mind. I'd let it happen naturally.
Also, Zephyr, can you ask Helno if she actually hates me? This is very important for me.
Do you want to know that answer?
Yes, because it will make me feel worse about myself.
Hey, dear, you know our tall friend over here.
Oh, yes.
He wants to know if you hate him.
No, but he cinches my belt a little too tight, and it just irritates me.
Just kind of on the nerves then.
Well, of course. Gotta show him who's boss. This is my card, after all.
Oh my
You know it.
God. I always get you. I'm about to fucking throw hands on a mule.
He'll fucking lose.
I know
haven't
he
told
will.
you what she said yet.
I know. I player wise, it's funny as shit.
Okay, well, it's been lovely speaking to you. Finally, unless you have anything else to let me know about the thief or attempted thief from earlier.
Oh, he's gonna have a hoof-shaped bruise on his cheek, most likely. So it should be easy to find if you see him again.
Fantastic. You enjoy your day. We'll get you something good to eat. Okay.
Of course. Now I have something to watch my back when I sleep.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the door.
Don't want to get another nasty wake-up call like the last town.
No, ma'am.
Oh my god.
I don't know how else to talk to her.
No, it's great because it's like he's like.
It's like speaking her language.
Okay, well, you have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll get you something nice to nibble on later. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Bye.
I will now hang up.
I'm just gonna shuffle us away because I said bye.
So.
She
does she
stares
actually hate
down
me then?
Elric.
What was your actual question?
Does she hate me then?
No, she doesn't hate you.
Oh, thank God.
She says it's a little annoying when you put the harness on too tight.
It's my bad.
So she's a bit perturbed.
I'll try
But
to keep it
I genuinely think the staring is just a little bit of RBF.
It's RMF, resting Beale face.
It's just a little bit.
Or RA. Or RAF, resting ass face.
I think that's just the staring is just, I don't know.
All right, I'll make
It's
sure
not
to
hate, buddy.
I'll make sure to at least loosen up her heart. What?
Oh, and
I was
Rowan,
I was
she'd like some better vegetables than hay, but other than that, she's okay.
Got it.
Ah, a connoisseur.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I'm
tell
be
you
kind
what,
of
she's a lot more elegant than I ever thought.
No, Jackal, I'm gonna be kind of sore tomorrow. I can still feel it. Thank you.
Player trying very hard not to laugh. Character Jackal just blinking very calmly once, twice. Well, considering that if your wife finds out and she meets you before the council or after the council, stuff goes on, yeah, I can see you being kind of sore.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, so
Jackal, that was like, well, you know what? Actually, that is pretty funny. So,
Yes, you're
there
right.
was a weird cackle to that.
uh, bit stuck about that. Anyway, the thief. Is that gonna be another problem? Or
There's some tracks over here. And I recognize the boot, at least the type. I've sold a pair before. I doubt it's the same pair, but I have sold the pair before. And
question, Zephyr? Did Hell No say anything about the thief too? Besides fancy boots, which
She didn't really notice the boots, but she just said that he didn't look like he was from around here, and that he's gonna be noticeable with a hoof mark on the jaw.
right. So he points to Rowan, mentions about fancy boots, points to Zephyr and Hell No, bruised jaw or cheek.
And that probably is not a dwarf.
Probably is a dwarf, and most likely had a lot of money.
Okay, well, I completely
Hey, why would a
misheard
rich dwarf
that.
be trying to rip us off?
Right. So that's that we're gonna run into him in the council.
Yeah,
Probably.
Could be Braylon as well.
We shall have to
Would-
check the bar.
Would it be on the grounds of you attempted to steal my stuff and no holds bars retaliation?
No,
There's a
No,
slight creepy
no.
smile on Jackal's face now.
not even close. You try to bring that up, they'll just throw it back at us. It's not even worth our time.
Man. Alright. Figure something
Oh.
out.
I'm sorry, Jackal. I know politics are terrible.
Yeah, they're just about as bullshittery as in the South as it is. Oh, sorry.
No, I wouldn't doubt it's probably about the same. Most political schemes all kind of break down the same way. It just depends on how corrupt people
I
are
don't know
willing to
how
get.
I'm doing it. Oh, excuse me.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I think he's fine.
yeah, he thought he was muted.
Right. I'm just worried that this wannabe thief is going to become a problem for us before we leave town, city.
More than
It is-
likely.
Probably. I will say, especially considering what Opia said about the riots, we may want to keep close to each other in case someone from the crowd gets a little handsy.
I mean, can we lop off their hand if they get too handsy?
No, you let the guards handle that.
Our goal, Jackal, is try to not make a scene. we make a scene, it will easily be turned into ammunition and give any structure that we have for the political portion we're about to go through no weight at all, and we're just going to be laughed out.
I know it sucks, but even if you get hit, just let the guards handle it. Because sadly, we're actually way better off than any of them are because we're guests. So they're not going to deal with that kind of stuff. It's because it's going to look terrible on the guards, even.
All right, all right. I will keep my hands to myself in retaliation. I mean, as long as they don't touch me, very calmly, remembering that his armor actually can flex out the spikes, but he just doesn't do that. He just kind of thinks about it as like, yeah, I mean, most of you punctured holes in their own hands for hitting people. I didn't touch them.
Actually, that would be fine. When we are
Right.
talking about, don't bite their face off, literally.
I promise I will keep my teeth to myself, if that's what you're referring to.
You're being really agreeable. I like that. That helps a lot.
I want to
Right.
insight, because usually Jackal's abrasive to a lot of things, especially this. And thank God I have advantage.
Go right ahead.
Oh my God, that's a 23.
Jaggle's being sincere. If a bit more enunciation of the word I.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Elric still feels a little off, because generally speaking, Jackal has always been abrasive, especially on this shit, and especially before coming here. So it really doesn't rub Elric the right way.
Even Callisti's like,
Yeah. I love how our party's gotten to the point like, fuck, he's agreeing with shit. We gotta beat the shit out of him now.
In fact, he's just being genuine.
I
Jargle
know.
just add.
Well,
In all honesty, I still don't like being here. But it is part of our objective. But if agreeing with all this stuff gets us out of here quickly, then I'm all for it.
okay, that seems more
Because
Jackal-like. Never mind.
because in all honesty, I'm getting sick and tired of being underground. I kind of want the sky over my head.
Oh, you don't like the artificial gem rock providing light every now and then?
No, I can't tell when it's day or night.
The rock just gets
oh,
brighter and
right.
lighter.
Most people don't do that. I'm sorry.
I live in the south, open skies most of the time. Usually
I
to
just
avoid
wanted
dealing
to
with
visit.
dragons, or their minions.
Man, how does that work?
I'm going to say, did dragons just come and raise the town?
Dragons just fly. We can discuss this later. We should probably go in the bar and see if somebody matching bruise
Okay.
patterns.
Sure.
Oh no, Hell No has joined us in the bar.
Please no.
She's been free from the cart! Containment breach!
SCP.
Hell No would be a SCP at this fucking rate.
SCP, oh god.
She fucking killed vampires and fucking just domed a dwarf who has advantage on stealth checks. Or, sorry, person. I'm not gonna assume dwarf because it could be any race.
At this point, Hell No is the silent MVP, the GOT of our group, the unsung hero, well, heroine actually.
I love her. She's a mule that we just randomly decide to pick a name. Now she's the best.
Hi, two quick questions. mildly connected.
Hey,
First of all, can we get a bucket of carrots, cabbage, and some apple slices?
Any tomatoes?
sure. You're making a salad?
It's for our mule.
Ah, alright. Heard some commotion out back earlier today, but I went out there and didn't see no harm.
That was actually related to question 2. Do you know anybody with a fair amount of money who currently has a hoof-shaped bruise on their face after said commotion?
Well, nobody came in.
Well, if you keep your ear out and hear about anybody, our mule didn't take kindly to them. But unlike a dozen vampire spawn, she let him live, or her.
Them.
You guys know it was a he and it was a dwarf.
Okay. I didn't.
Jackal.
Those facts have been established.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackal's just gonna add on the while sitting down, looking at the other patrons, and then looks over to the counter guy. Yeah, your stable is pretty easily accessible if someone just walks in there and not come here.
Hey,
Just saying.
it's supposed to be accessible. It's a stable. So you gotta access your goods.
I love like Jekyll trying to be like smartass and like, yeah, it's supposed to be. I know what he's trying to go for, but it just comes off fucking
Even
stupid.
Calliste's like slow turned and like looked at him like, what?
There's this very
What
cheeky
kind of stables
smile.
do you use?
Plenty. But Jackal's mindset, or at least how he remembers it, is that you need fucking permission to get into those stables. Because if not, you're dead.
90% of the people just probably wander into the stables drunk and throw up. That was what the horse shit was mixed with.
Yeah, there's probably like 3 or 4 people like that
Yeah,
went in
in the
there to use it
hay.
as the restroom. And were like
Yeah,
and
there's
like woke up there and Helena was just like, they're fine.
Yeah. Meanwhile, one fucking sneaky boy walks through and Helena's like, I'm gonna fucking drop kick his jaw.
This one, not a fan.
I
I
want to
see
know what
you
the...
have chosen death.
Please tell me she rolled another nat 20 and fucking domed him.
She did. He's not dead.
I said domed him, not killed him. There's a difference.
Yeah, if she rolled a nat 20, he would be dead.
Oh.
Oh, man. I didn't know stables were so easily accessible here up in the north.
I mean,
Actually daft. Like, and I know that's a lot coming from me. Like, actually.
is there like a significantly different
Okay,
process
I know
for making stables in the south? I mean,
I grew up mostly in the jungle, but I think that's still not a thing.
I mean,
points
Zephyr,
at Zephyr.
even when you were in your city, animals just kind of roamed. It was a very druidic based city, so there wasn't much.
I was gonna say, you're like the worst.
I know, but there was a time before then too.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, no, Jackal lives in the farm areas that are under strict dragon control, so he's just adding what he knows.
Let's just say the place Jackal grew up had a lot of rules.
Oh,
So-
I can imagine.
Jackal again, leaning back, looking mildly impressed, if one would say it. They're just, I mean, I suppose that's the benefits you all guys seem to be having. Freedom, because where I got from, or at least where I ran away from, refugee-wise, everything had a rule. If you enter someone's stable without permission or letting your presence be known, pulls out the what utensils are on the on the table, like wooden wise.
Wooden wise? Plate?
Yeah. Hmm?
A plate?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure all
Okay.
the utensils are metal because they're dwarves.
Yeah.
They'll
You kind of
probably
just
eat the
hold.
utensils.
He kind of holds up the closest utensil that's available, and he'll look over to the barkeep. He's like, "I'll pay you for this here." So you see, every time anyone breaks a rule, there's like a very high chance, especially if you're poor, a commoner, expendable, and then on the whatever utensil he has, I'll just say he has a fork in his hand. Just shocking grabs it and sets it on fire. Boom.
I mean, I kind of understand where that comes from, but I definitely a different story on that because, yeah, our stables and stuff are very specifically ruled, but that's because you don't want an owlbear tearing your face off.
Yeah, I mean, those are the lucky ones. The majority, those who have at least some sort of value, they kind of gets another. Now he kind of puts his hands on the plate and the burnt utensil and the other utensil. I mean, if you have some sort of value or maybe usefulness, you get sent to the fight pits, and usually you fight with a bunch of other prisoners or those who broke the rules. And well, depending on the results, if you survive or you kill enough people there, might be seen useful. Again, like I said earlier before, less mouths to feed, entertainment for everyone else to be all stressed out, especially the supposed rich. And then there goes that basilisk pit. It's very horrible. I mean, you've seen what the basilisks do to people? It's very creepy.
Like a
Yes.
stone gusher.
Not only that, but they munch on the stone statues, at least from the ones I saw.
That's if they solidify you all the way through.
Yeah?
Some of them don't like, well, they like a chewy center.
That's how I lost my legs.
Why were you fighting a basilisk?
I was in the mine!
Why are there basilisks? Are basilisks
Wow.
normally in mines?
Hey! They live in
I actually
caves!
I actually
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Fact.
Player speaking, yes, they're usually in dark places where they don't have to take too much activity and they're ambush predators.
Ah, okay.
Interesting fact. Most of the poison on a grung is in its skin.
Yes.
Wait, was
Uh,
that Felicity telling
again,
us or Moogle?
No, that's that's Callisti just sitting there, and you she's got that like 1,000-yard stare of something she witnessed.
I mean,
the,
didn't we already know that, considering the frog hemoth and one of us also touched the ground?
No, we used a couple of grung to test basilisk. But
Why?
so, seeing as
Well-
Jackal destroyed one of the utensils, I guess I owe you a few silvers.
It's on his tab, and he just points at Elric.
God damn it.
Right. Kind of just crumples up the ashes of the utensil he just shocking grasped. So yeah, I don't want to be down here for too long. So hopefully all things conclude tomorrow. We can get back to the open area.
Well, either we're going to get kicked out and the gates are going to close, or we're going to get kicked out and the gates will stay open. But I'm 90% sure at this point we're probably going to get kicked out either way.
Anyway, back to the subject about stables and all. Yeah, I'm quite surprised how free people can just walk in and barge in and such. Man.
You know it is a public stable, right? There is still trespassing laws for farmland stables.
also, it's just kind of a, I mean,
Is that what it is?
they were lucky that I didn't enchant that thing, you know?
Wow, so that's what it is, a public stable. Huh.
Hey, I mean, you rented it out.
I did not know, or at least I understood it. I mean, I
On
always
my
understood like
tab.
all stables were private owned, and you had to, yeah. So you said rent space, but
I mean, I guess in the future I could find some way to learn Glyph of Warding, and then we could just,
Wait,
next
doesn't
time
that
somebody
also...
does that, they're just gonna have a piece of gold through their skull.
How long does Glyph of Warding last? It only lasts for an hour, right?
No.
last hour.
No. Glyph of Warding is kind of a permanent.
It is. It actually isn't, which is weird.
I think it's a
Yeah,
year.
No, it lasts an hour.
No way.
Yeah. That's
God,
why it's not as good.
God looks down from the ceiling, looks at Callisti, and winks.
No, the way it
Yeah.
works,
No, Glyph of Warding, until dispelled or triggered. It
Oh,
is
shit.
a permanent.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
looking at the casting time as an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember the fucking horror story. Put a shit ton of bag of a fucking Glyph of Warding in a fucking bag of holding, and
Yes.
someone just... That horror story's fucking scary. They threw like 200 gold coins, all with Glyph of Warding at him. At the fucking final boss, and he just died.
Yeah, they were using catapult too.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, the DM was like, yeah, you could put these coins next to each other in a bag of holding. Which shouldn't work, but it's still funny. Like, there was so much wrong with it, but it's great. Anyway. Would that potentially damage our cards at all?
No.
Well,
I mean, unless I use the explosive one.
there's an explosive one?
Yeah. That's assuming I use just the basic one and don't actually add a spell to it, which,
Wait, there's a spell one?
Oh yeah, no, my cousin. She really enjoys putting that one with
Polymorph.
extremely potent versions of Fireball.
I was gonna say.
Just for funsies, can I just scan the bar to see if there's anyone acting weird or possibly very prominently have a horseshoe
Good job.
print on their face?
Roll a perception check.
Is there anyone here with a broken jaw? No.
Is there anyone here that just got their ass kicked by a mule? Anyone? Anyone?
God,
Oh, shame.
Wow, I forgot how fucking high your
Rowan
modifier
has a crazy
was.
mod. Rowan, you don't notice anybody. It's still kind of the general patrons. Obviously, there are more people here than on screen, but I mean, filling up a bar is a lot of work.
Hey, how is the... Now that I'm curious on something else, how's the male guild doing? If they're crazy, I went a little nuts.
Ah! They're going through a lot of training.
Oh, I can imagine.
So like she's
I
not.
would hear them. Then you just hear fucking her yelling, running around the town with a fucking megaphone.
Felicity pulls out a piece of paper, writes something that looks about like a paragraph or two. When she gets back, please make sure she gets this. And it is the equivalency of a personal Yelp review. Which is weird because, we kick their asses. And it's like literally states that like the guild is so hardcore that we beat them and they still tried to win.
Do I smell mail?
This is the best guild,
Oh my
the
God.
best messenger guild in all of history.
Please don't
I
lie
think
to
I
her. We don't
heard
need
it.
her.
No, this is actually Callisti being honest. She's like, no, I trust them. She's delivered
No,
multiple
Christy,
letters.
turn around. Christy, turn around. Turn
I
around.
smell mail.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Please knock
there was
first.
none, but it is. Callisti kind of stopped.
Out of the way!
and was just kinda-
Oh dear God.
It's not mail. It's a letter of recommendation for you to use from
You-
Duskhaven.
You said letter. I think you threw off her fucking senses.
Leather, where's it going?
Anyway, this is just kind of a. I don't know how much weight it's going to carry, but if you want to frame it as a recommendation for your company and your guild.
Ah, framing blackmail.
Pretty sure the letter's white.
Anyway, just read it. It's for you. Thank you.
Fastest delivery ever, yes! She just sprints off. Yeah, she's been like that for days now.
You okay?
I'm not sure she slipped.
Oh, that would explain the eye twitch. Okay.
That explains her. She almost looks cross-eyed.
No,
Oh, I think she was always
I
cross-eyed.
think
now
that
her eyes
one
are
came
normal.
before.
Wait, are her eyes like normal now, or are they still cross-eyed?
No, it's even worse, actually. She looks like a fish out of water.
So she is very cross then. Got it.
I heard that's how she can run past people so fast. She's got great peripheral vision.
Dear God, does she need horse blinders at that point?
I think those
that
would just
might
be
be
blinders.
her.
Good, because then I just want to see what would happen.
Chaos.
Alright,
The
so...
mail, like all of Nova Cost goes up in flames because she can't deliver the mail correctly.
Jackal kind of drums his fingers on the counter. Right, so anything else we all need to know, or retreat to the sanctity of our personal rooms?
I won't call it retreating, it's called sleeping. Yeah.
Well, I don't
How
suppose
hard
everyone
did
else...
you hit Jackal earlier?
I did it.
She
which
kind of
is
just like mentions
weird.
that to Elric. Like, how hard did you actually hit him?
I didn't, which is weird.
Yeah.
Confused?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Sorry, there's just like some weird eloquence and things going on that's just. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're starting to talk like some sort of, I don't know, hooligan?
No. It's not. Never mind.
I mean, I don't talk like
But
Elric. God,
To
that
be
would
fair,
probably be horrible.
I talked pretty normal.
Ha.
It's just sometimes I just usually am crass or don't give a fuck.
Exactly!
I don't see anything wrong with it. The dwarves taught me that shit.
Yeah, but that's you, not me. I don't talk your way.
Completely understandable. Alright, I'm going to sleep.
Presentation to prepare.
Oh, because you're going upstairs, Tick just falls on your head.
Oh my god, Tick, please! Warning.
Hey.
Alright, I'm just going to, dear God.
Is that the room?
Yeah.
I think that's your and Callisti's room. This is mine, Zephyr, and Jackal, if I remember correctly.
Which is ours? Just this one that I'm in front of?
Yeah, the one you're right next to where Hades is. Alright. Oh, God. Also, Callisti, I know this is going to sound weird coming from me, but if you finish any rough drafts and are still somewhat up early in the morning, can you just knock on my door just so I can read through them?
He hands him like a stack of about 50
No,
pages.
no. I said in the morning. I'm not fucking dealing with this now. I just want to clean some of them up, especially pertaining to council things.
I don't need to talk or anything over there, right? In this council thing? I can just leave it to you two.
If you have an opinion, feel free to voice it during the council if it annoys you enough, but otherwise, it's completely up to you. I think Callisti and I, for the most part, should be able to handle it between the two of us. But if you have any information that we would probably miss, then feel
I'm just worried because I went to go pay back Stella what I owe her, and seems like she is at risk of running out of business now, since apparently people are, or whoever owns things, are raising rent.
not surprising in the slightest.
Wait, they
Alright.
what?
Yeah, Stella told me that they were raising the rent charge or something of that manner. Something, well, I don't know how it is for you Northerners, but where at least I live in the South, which is why I'm a little peeved, I guess, maybe. Eloquent talking as you're explaining. Um, in the South, we tend to own land, yes, but we always have to pay land taxes and land ownership taxes to a very nasty follower.
No, we still have
Hostile
taxes up here for land
people.
ownership, but
I
rent
was
is a
going to
different
say, I'm
subject.
pretty sure Grell collects a lot of it. He just forgets about it. Time.
Yeah, and okay, yeah, well, the point is, it's being raised and has been raised apparently recently. So
Oh,
Stella,
that
as she was closing up, apparently mentioned it offhand.
that kind of makes sense if they're trying to push all the people out, or at least
They're
weapon
trying to
forges.
start a war.
Well, that's easy.
Ravencliff
Well,
can't survive this. I mean, not Ravencliff. Nova Cause. I need more coffee.
I
it makes
mean,
sense though what they're trying to do because think of it this way:
yeah.
if
So
if
the reason why I mentioned about sneaking back up here because I don't know who to trust really, and you guys are, despite grievances amongst ourselves, probably the only ones I can trust up here in the north as it is. So,
I'm going to put
did
this.
any of you figured out or noticed anything that was different when we got back from our little trip to the sacred grounds that, oh, it is forbidden to go down there? Like, seriously, it's a holy ground, isn't it? So, shouldn't North God thing stuff be a bit more important to not be banded? I mean, look what happened. A bunch of dirt crawling, evil followers of the Burn Coalition managed to get in there.
As much as
Yeah,
I want,
that's kind of the shocking part about it. You know, if it is a sacred, holy place to your people, and they're like, oh, it's dangerous. That
unless
doesn't
the,
make any sense.
unless they specifically knew about different drow caves and helped build them.
And something that bothered me with the matron said that there was places even the dwarves don't know.
Which is
Tunnels.
also worrying.
So call me crazy, and I'm fine with that, but I can't help but feel like our council meeting is going to be one really big mess pot that's about to explode, being overcooked.
Like I said, we're going to get kicked out
Probably.
whether we or kick the bucket of this thing. The question
So why
is,
should we care anymore? Seriously.
because
They
if
want to
this
kill themselves? Let them kill themselves, I'm starting to think already.
Jackal, I'm going to put it this way to you. If Novrat Cause closes their doors, cool. That's happens, and then here's the problem. You know all your things that you talk about the South and constantly keep throwing? That's going to happen everywhere, because the Graven Cliff will slowly fall because mass-produced weapons, or anything that could help the war effort, and it will slowly go to shit as the dragons raise the land. Do understand that yes, in the small scheme of or windows of war, it just looks like people killing people and rich trying to satiate their fucking boner for some bullshit. But the moment those doors go dark and close, it is going to fuck everything in the north. That's why we're trying to keep them up. That's why I'm here despite any rage at all of not wanting to be. So please, at least if you're going to make comments, understand it's more than just as simple as you want to put it. And Elric's just gonna go and walk into the bedroom with Tick on his shoulder.
That's the point I'm trying to get. Why are the North busy fighting amongst themselves when the South is like literally at their doors? Right.
Because they're idiots.
Also,
Or they're the South.
also, the South is kind of forced to be working together. That's the problem with tyranny versus people not under tyranny and free ideas. Sadly, kind of
Yeah,
fucked.
All
and
right.
I'm
Well,
going to. Jacko's just gonna attempt to mumble this, but it is still audible. It's like, fuck! I escaped this. Ran away from the South just to run into another weird problem up in the North. Eventually, I'm not gonna find any places to run away from.
Welcome to why Elric tells him not to run and just fix the problems. Elric, for as fucked as he is, generally understands like what's gonna happen.
well, with that, I would like to thank you all for showing up. And episode 52 will be a very enlightening episode, I assume. I'm Jeebus the Dingus on Twitter and YouTube. You can catch me tomorrow playing Deli, the currently possum graviturgy wizard, in Mariner's campaign. Mariner?
Hello, I am Transpace Mariner on Twitch and DM Mariner on Twitter. And yeah, tomorrow we'll get to have a fun journey to essentially the epitome of World War II Germany, so that'll be fun. That's the best way to describe it. I hate that comparison, but
Toaster in every kitchen.
shut up. But yeah, and yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow, so I think it'll be pretty fun. And I'll throw it over to my resident other fighter in this party, Miser.
Hello, everyone. I'm Miser Mark. I play as the currently chaotic, minded, and very flippant Jackal. I also am the DM of Into the Wildlands on Sundays, which is still on schedule. And you can find my stuff on MiserMark2010 on both YouTube and Twitch. Otherwise, you hand over to next Monday's DM, Moogle or CSR.
Hi. I'm Goth Moogle. Otherwise playing Callisti today, and get to play the beginning of Pain tomorrow in Mariner's game as we're headed to Schlington, where my character is from, and her wonderful father, Gamey. And other than that, yep, next Monday will be Sea of Sorrows again, where we continue on now that we have somewhat wrapped up one arc and continuing on with everybody else's. And otherwise than that, link in the description below for my commission information. And let's see, who's next? Radels?
I think that would be me. I'm Bradles, and I didn't do much this particular session.
You did plenty. Talk to Helmo.
That's true. I'm so glad I could contribute. I just haven't played on a laptop in a while, and I feel weird about it. But I am Zephyr, and I'm currently only here, and that's the whole dang story. So I'll pass it back to Jeebus.
And I will thank you all again for showing up, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.